All right. Howdy, howdy, everybody. Glad y'all can make it. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate being here. Hold up. I'm distracted. I'm on my phone. SMH Zoomers on their phone. All Zoomers know how to do is be on their phone. Hold up. I think the fishing's broke. Give me a second. Doom scroller. Well, look, I needed to doom scroll for a little bit because I wanted to show you guys this shirt that I got. All right, this is a very important shirt to show you guys. Where's the image? Not that one. All right, this is a very important shirt. You guys need to see this, all right? Here you go. This is an excellent shirt, and I love it. Want that shirt? I think it was a limited run. I like bought it like right towards the end of when it was being sold, so sadly I don't think you can get it anymore. It's a great shirt, though. How could you show me something I can't have? I'm sorry. I didn't know. We have still not caught the wretched diamond. By the way, workbait should be back up so y'all can fish once again. Anyway, hi. Howdy CBD, howdy Everqueen, howdy Mom. Glad y'all can make it. They were stopping by. Appreciate you being here. Oh, is there anything else? I can't think of anything else right now. Other than like, yeah, we're about to end the Resident Evil marathon. And that's kind of insane. Like, literally 9 months of playing Resident Evil. Anyway, real quick. There we go. Wait for them all to calm down for a second. Oh, wait, hold on. Did I look at this? Scared him out of his asthma. All right. Just gotta wait for him to go away real quick. Off to get his inhaler. Oh, hey. Didn't see you there. Where are you going? This way, okay. They're wheezing. They could probably use an inhaler. Or, what is it, a nebulizer? Wait, Mom, wasn't it like... Didn't nebulizers, like, stop being a thing, bro? Like, because they proved to be ineffective? Oh, wow, there's a lot of them. Side effect of the virus is that it gives you tuberculosis. Oh, no. Oh, no. I knew it. Resident Evil and Red Dead Redemption 2 take place in the same universe. You had to use that when your inhaler didn't work. I remember that, but I thought, like, nebulizers stopped being used because they weren't actually as effective as they were supposed to be. Nebulizers are still a thing? Gotcha, gotcha. I haven't had to use one in forever. I cleared out this part, so I should be fine to just sneak on by. Yeah. Next RE game is going to be in Tahiti. Let's go! Wow, I have a lot of bullets. Good for hospital settings because you don't need technique like you do it. Yeah, you just like put this on and keep breathing. Just like me, for real, for real. Rude. Oh. Hey, buddy. Can you go away? Oh, not this way. Oh, wait, I can't go that way. Oh, I can't go that way either. Wait, what? Oh, vaccinated! Didn't realize I could vaccinate them. How did that not alert the other one? Don't question that. The syringes are actually a lot quieter than you think. They're a lot less scary now that we can kill them. I mean, I could kill them the entire time if I threw this bottle of acid at them, but, didn't want to waste it. I'm gonna use the bottle of acid on the final boss. Yeah, but Grace wasn't. It's fine. Oh, did we not? Hold on. Did we get the code for this save? That's the sterilization chamber. We did not get a code for this safe. All right, let's come back for that. In fact, I'm probably gonna drop the orb there and then go save. The Noblesse orb. The syringe is quiet, but the exploding body isn't. Yeah, but they don't listen for the exploding body. They listen for me. Oh, hey, look. It's all info about me. I mean, odds are I can go into this room. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the elevator is where the big thing happens, so we can go in here real quick. All right, let's get some lore. Let's have a lore dump about Grace.
Something important. I'll explain later.
What, you had that the whole time?
Shutting yourself away in a dark room like this is quite the change for you, after the life you've led.
Life takes unexpected turns, don't you think?
Looking back, do you feel that the choices you've made have contributed to your present circumstances?
Of course. What you sow, you reap. Isn't that the natural order?
So, tell me, Lord Spencer, what would you like the world to know?
The truth. But, a short break before we begin, Miss Ashcroft. I'm not a young man. I don't have the energy I once did.
Why would Mom hide this?
Oh, well, that's not ominous at all. Oh, okay. Leon time. A few minutes earlier, bro. It took us like 2.5 hours to do that.
Back in biz. Fuck.
You alright, Leon?
I am now. Grace cleared the way for me.
That's not what I'm talking about. Your body can't take much more.
I'm gonna settle this. You just sent us a chopper for immediate evacuation.
I forgot he was in a dump all week. Nah, he's fine. Hi, Grace. Leon's body can take it. Leon's body will take just enough for this game to finish.
Containment breach. System-wide surveillance failure detected.
Can't even get in his quips. He'll find the energy to get some quips in later. It's Leon Kennedy. He can't go without a quip. Send a chopper and a rocket launcher. Exactly. Although I feel like Requiem should serve us just fine. Chat with my dad about some random stuff. Welcome in, Jerry. Glad you can make it. Thanks for stopping by.
Over there. Easy as pie.
Yeah, was your how was your I mean, yeah, was that puzzle competition, right? How was that? Oh. Leon is reaching his limit. Sudden bouts of coughing and blurred vision will cause him to falter. He can only wait for these events to subside.
Oh, shit. You've got to be kidding me.
Next weekend. Gotcha. Now Leon has tuberculosis. Oh, no. Is there anything left to really upgrade? Can I upgrade the Requiem anymore? No. I guess I can upgrade this, right? Yeah. Don't really have anything. Well, don't really have the money. Hatchet? I can upgrade the hatchet, though. Absolutely. All right. All right, let's see if we can handle this.
Security threat detected. Elevator shutdown in effect. Override key authorization required.
All right, gotta find us a key. I really hope that Leon survives to the end of the game, and the very last line of the game he has is, "I'm getting too old for this shit." Because I feel like that would just be exactly the type of thing Leon says. Given the fact that he's 50. He has not said it yet, somehow. He is yet to be too old for this. Oh boy. The liquors. Unfortunately for them, I have a gun. I wonder if
This must be the room.
I wonder if the silencer actually would make it so that they don't notice me. I'm curious.
I'll take out as many of you fuckers as I can.
Uh-oh. All right, let's combine this. Use this real quick. Move these down here just for organizational purposes. Gun might be more humane than what Christ did to them. The silencer, it sounded... Well, I mean, listen, like, here, listen to this versus... It is, like, it is quieter. It's, well, it's, I guess, part of it's quieter. I don't know. I don't even think it worked all that well. Anyway. There we go. Being a good team worker at work paid off unexpectedly. Two of the cooks, who are husband and wife, randomly got me a jigsaw puzzle for all the help I did around the kitchen. Let's go. Hell yeah, free jigsaw puzzle. Hey, buddy.
Haven't changed much, have you?
Leon says, wheezing through his breath. I mean, look, Leon is actively dying, so he's allowed to be a little slower than normal. Hey there, buddy. You gonna pop out? Nice. Alright, that's good. I do like that this game is kind of smart with its weapon stuff. How do I explain this in a way that makes sense to people who aren't gun nerds? So, some of these weapons can have +1. Like, if you look at this pistol, I have 15 +1 in it, and that's because, like, I can have one bullet in the chamber and then the full magazine. Whereas some guns can't, like this thing, because this gun doesn't have the ability to hold a bullet in the chamber. And it's kind of cool that they actually bothered to, you know, have those mechanics in this game. I think Resident Evil 2 and 3, 4 Remake all had similar things, so I don't know, I just enjoy the fact that they bothered to put a little bit of gun realism. Hey, buddy. Oh! Probably don't want to use this yet. There we go. Wait, were you just hanging out on the ceiling and I didn't notice you? Gamers don't look up. Alright, time for him to pop out. No? Not yet? Okay. Oh, actually, I gotta go this way. I say from experience, no one ever looks up. That's fair. The amount of times I avoided my siblings and parents looking for me by virtue of being up in a tree. Yeah, you just don't... I mean, I guess you just don't really expect people to be above you. We're grounded creatures. That's where we should stay. You're a ninja. Big grenade. Hi there. You know what? If a liquor shows up, I'm just gonna blast him. I've got 22 Requiem bullets. I can use a few on a liquor. Speaking of, there's a few in this room. There's more than a few in this room. How am I gonna do this? Perhaps like this. boy, okay. I think that's all of them. I used one Requiem bullet. Two Requiem bullets. They were just having a book club on the ceiling? Well, they shouldn't have one here. Alright. Let's get going.
Warning, autoclave compromised. Pod lockdown unavailable. Memory corrupt. Self-repair functionality offline.
Those all sound like great things.
Airflow monitor warning. Pod lockdown unavailable.
Oh. I see the problem.
Yeah. Let's get this over with.
There you are.
The elevator will arrive shortly.
Oh, alright. They're all late for the book club.
Arrived.
Ugh. Alright, let's hope that's the hardest thing Leon has to deal with from here on out. He is kind of grandpa right now. Only on luck he would go to the Bahamas for a vacation and there would be zombies there.
Almost sure.
Oh boy. What an excellent timing on that raid. Y'all showed up just in time for Leon to be coughing and dying in a hallway. Addy Lucy, thank you very much for the raid. A very unexpected raid indeed. Hold up, I don't think my mod's here, so give me a second. There you go. Alright, Addy Raiders, glad y'all could make it. Thanks for stopping by. How was your stream? Just gonna wait for that to end. There we go. Thank you very much for the follow, Dreamy Creamy Bear. Appreciate it. What was that? That is chat's new mascot. That is the nasty baby from Silk Song. It's horrible. We love it. We love that thing and we hate that thing. Guys. But yeah, thank you very much for the raid. I appreciate y'all showing up. Thank you, Lucy. Thank you, Dreamy. Thank you all for being here. If you got a raid and dash, I understand. I know you were streaming for like 10 hours there, so do whatever you need to do. But for everybody else, welcome on in, Raiders. Welcome on in. My name is Sonic Act. I'm currently at, I think, towards the end of Resident Evil 9. which is also the end of my Resident Evil marathon, which has been going on for like 6 months, no, 9 months at this point. So feel free to stick around if you want to watch. Until when RE9 gets DLC, we're playing that. But at least for now, the marathon will end. Gonna go sleep. Thank you for stopping by, Dreamy. I appreciate you joining the raid. Have a good sleep. Also, I guess if you want to play RE9 yourself, maybe there's probably gonna be some spoilers here, so figure it out. Avatars. Thank you. I like my design. I think my design's really cool. I can't wait to actually get like a full model for that at some point, but that'll be much, much later.
What kind of legacy do you want to leave behind?
My research opened Pandora's box, unleashing disaster upon the world.
Except Elpis, the goddess of hope? Or so the myth goes.
A blind hope.
What do you mean?
Humans cannot predict when death will come for them. This is why they have hope. I was wrong, and I am plagued by guilt. Happiness cannot be achieved at the expense of others. I think that's enough for today.
Why did you accept my request for an interview? Who is that? Is that one of your subjects?
Of course not. She was alone in the world. I took her in to make amends.
Is she
perfectly normal? Just an average child needing a home. She is my hope. Aren't you beautiful? Would you like to hold her?
Okay. She's adorable. What's her name?
Grace.
Grace. Is there anything else you'd like to tell me?
I've said my piece. I only hope it serves as a requiem for those who have passed.
He said it! He said the thing! He said the name of the game! So, God, that just ruined all the tension. This is like a big pivotal reveal moment. Says something about the series that the fact that the plot twist around the main character is that she's not a mutant or a clone. Yeah, because even, what is it, Nero thought that she was like a clone. Hell, even I thought she was a clone. But no, she's just a girl that Spencer, the guy who started all of this, picked up to try and, make amends for everything he's done. Grace, you're adopted. But more importantly, they said the thing!
Leon. Leon.
Oh, he's not doing too good.
Oh, I need to hurry.
Well, I can't go back, so let's hope there's a save point in a box up ahead. They literally made it. What the? Why is there always a mansion in the middle of a laboratory? Why is it always like this? Oh, it's Spencer. Spencer, that's why. Spencer was nuts for mansions. He really was. Mark it off the bingo board. There's nothing in here. This is literally just like, hey, look, Spencer. All right, let's go save Leon.
This is finally my chance to do something.
Turns out the S in Leon S. Kennedy stands for sick. Get this man a blankie. Hey, Leon.
Oh, Leon! Leon. Oh, no. Oh, hey, it's me. It's Grace. Oh, please wake up. Come on. Wake up, wake up. Hey.
Hey, you. I was just resting my eyes.
You okay? Oh, let me help you.
Let's do this.
Okay. I don't know the password.
Hey, Zeno.
It's okay. Soon left are wide open for us. Any wrong code will do. It'll destroy Opus.
Let's try.
Chris, whatever it takes. I can buy you some time.
No. No, I have an idea.
I trust you. I trust you.
Man, out here aura farming when no one can see him.
So, the prodigal daughter returns.
I know the password.
Fulfill your destiny, and all will be forgiven.
Only if you let Leon live.
Very well.
Much of a bastard Zeno is. Can't say. You know, his fit is clean as hell, yeah. Wait, I know the... Well, we're destroying it, obviously, but how would I actually know the password?
I was wrong, and I am plagued by guilt.
I'm gonna destroy Opus. You promise. You'll end this.
This is it.
Oh, right, yeah. The password is what Grace is. Requiem.
that too.
Grace, get out of here! Go! Right behind you!
Leon! What are you doing? Come on! Leon!
At least I could save you.
No!
Okay. I guess I'm kind of glad I realized I did this incorrectly. I think it's good to get the bad ending first. At least I hope this is the bad ending. Yeah, we gotta get it out of the way.
I wish I could have saved you, Leon.
Oh. Yeah, there's no way this is the good ending. There's no final boss fight. Like, come on. We have to fight Zeno. Alright, no, we don't get no credits in the bad ending. Roll it back. You can return to the point in the game just before Grace selects the password for Elpis. Would you like to alter your choice? You won't lose any content? Yes. Run it back. Run it back. We're doing this better. Grace does keep her hair cute. Absolutely.
Leon.
Hey, Leon. All right, one more time. We're doing this again. Come on. We got to have a boss fight. Yeah, the fact that you can just immediately be like, all right, release Elpis.
Please know that you are my hope.
Wait, wait!
She is my hope. A blind hope.
Okay.
Wait a second.
This is it.
I think I get it. Hold on. I'm gonna let it play. I don't want to shout the answer. I want to see what happens.
What are you doing, Grace?
Spencer regretted what he did.
Well done.
You promised.
that I would let him live. Mr. Kennedy, I give you the honor of experiencing my power firsthand.
I'm not sure Elpis is what you think it is. There's nothing special about me. I was never any king. Spencer wanted to make amends.
But you released Elpis. What is it? Tell me!
Leon!
Why? My powers!
Elpis is Spencer's atonement. It's an antiviral.
Yeah! Gideon!
Amazing. I am humbled by my master's genius.
Your research was wrong. Elpis wasn't a weapon. There was never a key.
Spencer's paper was obviously incomplete. There was no connection between Grace and Emily.
Do you know how much time and money I wasted on this?
Don't you see the genius? With Elpis, all virus-based weapons are useless. The world order would be thrown into chaos.
We wanted a weapon.
Instead, Spencer gave us anarchy. I will carry his torch and bring his vision to life.
You? You and Spencer were a means to an end.
Yet he outwitted you all.
Spencer defied us and paid the price with his life. He was nothing.
You are nothing but an imitation.
It's over, Victor. The Connections is done with you!
We can't let him have it.
Your ignorance is staggering.
Leon, it's a cure. Oh, it's working. Leon, it's working. Wake up.
Now, let it all come down. All of it.
Grace, what happened?
It's gonna go! Grab something!
Grace.
Grace!
Time to bury Bella's last skeleton.
Here we go!
Spencer's vision lives through me. And I will see that it is brought to fruition.
And how many more will have to die with that vision?
Sacrifices must be made! In the grand scheme, I'm nothing.
Not to me. I swore that I'd always protect those lives.
Oh boy.
A leader to guide them into a glorious new future.
Oh, what is he up to?
I know is far more capable than you realize. They don't want you to do their shit.
Bro, what? Oh, come on. Where'd you get that from?
Your limit.
Unlimited power!
I will not let those ideals win. Keep it up!
Why does this guy keep stealing the rocket launcher? Yeah, that's supposed to be my thing. Come on, Gideon. You aren't the protagonist, I am. There we go.
It's over.
Dude, he's just gibbering. Phase 2? There's got to be an even bigger version, right? There he is.
Nemesis. You're so damn relentless.
Oh, he's a nemesis. Let me reload, Gideon. Do I get to axe you? Oh. Grenade? Oh, yeah! This looks like a Bloodborne boss. It kind of does. Oh, hell yeah! Yeah! Harry's the big goop monster, of course. Yeah!
This time, you ain't getting back up.
Grace, where are you?
Sherry.
Sherry, come in. Sherry.
Shit.
Oh, hi, Grace.
Grace!
Grace, hang on. Fuck. Grace. Grace.
Leon.
We need to get you out of here. Come on. Let's get you out.
There's no way out, is there?
Well, I'm not gonna leave your side. I'm gonna sit right here with you.
I guess this is it then.
Yo! Yo, it's Alpha Team.
Kennedy?
We know who that is.
Depends who's asking.
Alpha, you read me, sir? Yeah, they're safe. I got them. Yes, sir. Mr. Kennedy, I have a message from Captain Redfield.
That was Chris's team, the Foxhounds or whatever. No, that's Metal Gear. I don't know. Like his team from Resident Evil 8. Yo! Yeah, Wolf Squad. Yeah. Oh, and BSAA chumps all over the place.
I'll be damned. Can't believe that antiviral actually worked.
Did you save any for Sherry?
I haven't ages.
Oh, thank God. I'm glad you're okay.
We got a dose with your name on it.
Oh, good.
We'll be back in action in no time.
Thank you, Leon.
It would have been a lot smoother if Chris hadn't been so late to the party.
Where is Chris, anyway?
No idea. I'm sure I'll run into him at some point. Hey, I'll call you back.
Ah, shit, Sherry, I forgot about your dose. Hey, you'll be fine. That's the, I mean, maybe.
Yeah. Opus really was our last hope.
Well, let's pray Umbrella hasn't left us any more nasty surprises.
I wish we could have saved Emily.
Grace, I didn't hit any of her vitals. She could still be alive.
Bro, what?
What are you saying?
Maybe we can save her.
I mean, I guess I didn't. She had a big pulsing heart I didn't shoot. I just kind of shot around it.
The government has confirmed the existence of an actively trading bioweapons lab located here in the ruins of Raccoon City. The origin point for the worldwide spread of bioorganic weapons. This illegal facility appears to have been in operation for decades.
Sources say that the extension of the lockdown and the recent series of mysterious deaths may be related to tragic events in Raccoon City 28 years ago.
Evidence seized in Raccoon City has led the Justice Department to reopen its investigation into Oswald Spencer and the long-defunct Umbrella Corporation. Some believe the government deliberately drove Umbrella into bankruptcy.
The late Alyssa Ashcroft is credited with cracking the Oswald Spencer story. Conspiracy theorists are already claiming that she was killed in a cover-up, and that the organization responsible is secretly controlling our government.
Tonight, in a speech from the Oval Office, the president is expected to reject allegations of any government involvement since the Raccoon City incident.
The president is expected to just lie through his teeth. Hey! Yeah, I guess Emily is fine. Huh.
Cold rain seeps to my soul. Old wounds
Somewhat. What do you mean? That's like the happiest ending. Not only Leon's safe, Sherry's gonna be fine. Grace survived. And we get to save Emily, the little girl who Leon capped halfway through the game, and she's still fine. Like, this is the best ending. And we also, like, we stopped the biggest, like, bioweapon trade in the world. This font for the credits? What? It's spooky. Yeah, true. Ada better be in the DLC. Every Leon game has Ada. We need Ada. It would have been so cool if Ada was the person helping Sherry or helping Leon. Like Ada was the girl in the chair. That'd be awesome. Ada in the DLC rewrite, exactly. I do love the fake out of Zeno. Like we're out here thinking Zeno is gonna be the main villain and we're gonna have to fight Zeno, but no, he cures himself of his superpowers and then gets his head cut off by Gideon. Also, the direct counter to anything ever made by Umbrella. Yeah, exactly. Which I assume they're going to get that thing tested and researched so they can make more of it before they give it to Sherry. Plot twist: Ada will be in Silk Song's DLC. Yo, I wish. That'd be awesome. Well, we already have a girl in a red dress who's awesome in Silk Song. We have Hornet. Gideon played Zeno like a damn fiddle. He really did. By the way, would you guys like to know my potion for today? It is the pure green cold pressed juice called Pure Watermelon. Ingredients: watermelon and lemon. That's it. Send tweet. There's watermelon in this. Oh, man. You're right, Leon didn't say he's too old for this, which means he's gonna keep being in things. Well, actually, Leon and Chris are gonna team up again from the sounds of it. Howdy, Joe, you did miss the ending. You missed both endings, actually. Tabasco sauce is almost 2 ingredients. Well, I guess this doesn't list the 1 ingredient, which is water, unless because this is an emulsion thing where there's water and then there's watermelon. I blame this plastic crap. Yeah, I'm shocked we also haven't caught this diamond yet. That's insane. Diamonds are forever until we can't get one. Oh man. Emily, sorry, Emily, I saw Emily's name in the thing. But yeah, no, this game is awesome. This game is incredible. This recipe writers deserve punishment for not putting all of the wet ingredients together in this bread dough recipe. How could he do that to you? Remove cooldown for the rest of the stream until we get the diamond. I mean, you know what? Yeah, because I'm not going to be really playing... I'm not really going to be playing anything now. We beat the game, so hold on, let me just, Alright. Fishing bonanza. Go crazy, chat. I mean, to be fair, like I know what I'm gonna do for the rest of the stream. Like I have a plan for 2 hours. I just don't know what we're gonna be doing Monday now is the main thing. Yeah, true. You can. Oh, all right. Grab your poles, folks. We ain't stopping here until there ain't anything left in this pond. Simpsons before Silk Song is over. Yeah, because my plan for the Whimsy arc is Monday, Monday is going to be the point-and-click adventures. Wednesday is going to be the platformers and I guess other games. Could do Silk Song until you finish it. That's true. I could do Silk Song Monday. That's probably the smarter idea. But we'll do the puzzle. Let me just, while we wait for this puzzle to go through, let me find, or let's do, here we go. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that once this, once the credits end, and we'll see the end credits scene. Q is such a... Yeah, Q is such a weird word. It pronounces one letter using 6. Very French of it, yeah. Learn to count? No. I'm a streamer. I'm not supposed to know how to count. saying World Wide Web is faster than saying www. You're not wrong. World Wide Web has less syllables than www. World's crazy. Internet is quicker than boat. You're not wrong. Remember when this game started with Grace fighting a zombified police officer with that had a shotgun? When her jacket was stuck to like a cart? Nobody talks about surfing the net anymore. You know what? I think that's what's wrong with society. We don't surf the net anymore. We just go to our designated hangout spots. Grace for 90% of the game. Oh, no, absolutely. This game is awesome. I will be replaying this game in my free time because the game, it's a cool game. Making bread is such a wonderful pain. Yeah. Like, I'm going to play this game in my free time. I'm going to play on higher difficulties. I'm going to try and get a bunch of achievements. Because I love... Resident Evil games are awesome, and this is 2 of them. The hell with casting line, get 2 boats and a big net. We're gonna get that. We'll get that diamond if it kills us. Leon's leather brown sheepskin jacket was like, I didn't read that, but they needed permission to have Leon's brown jacket. Oh. Hold up, quiet on set. I'm gonna wait. I'm pausing the queue. We're not adding any more fish until this. I'm gonna wait for this. I'm gonna wait for the queue to finish, and we're gonna go back. We're gonna watch this cutscene. Oh, okay. Hold on. So if I just. Okay, no, it says queue's pause. All right, I guess. Let it keep running. I don't want that queue pause to be sitting there. Can I speed this up somehow? Oh, I can't speed this up. Me waiting mid-cast. Speed run. Yeah, imagine if I could speed this up so it's just like, it doesn't do the animation. You just instantly catch something. I mean, that would, it would be lame for a majority of the time, but I feel like for this part where we're just trying to catch a specific thing. Drain all the dopamine out of... Yeah, just get us straight to the part where we catch a fish. I don't care about all the lead up. Just give me the fish. All right. Quiet. All right. Quiet on the fishing pond. We're gonna watch this cutscene.
And Sherry's okay? Oh, good. I'm so glad. Emily, yeah, she's doing great. I'm actually teaching her how to read.
Grace. Grace. Where's that report?
Sorry. Leon, gotta go. Catch up soon.
Aww. Grace has a kid now. Oh. Lore.
Remaining BSAA forces have been neutralized. Retrieving the objective before they send in the wolves.
Ooh. Okay, so if you don't get what was going on there, feel free to fish, by the way. If you don't get what was going on there, those were the connections, which is that like big evil secret organization that was teased back in Resident Evil 7, the guy that Lucas was talking to. Like that was the connection soldiers. And they were taking out the BSAA soldiers and retrieving something before Chris and the Wolf Squad showed up. Okay. We got Grace's report. Let's go. All right. Now I'm going to show you some of the bonus costumes we could have been using, because we have Leon with the jacket. We have Film Noir Leon, where he's in like a suit. We got Apocalypse Leon. We've got RE4 Leon. And then we have Grace's costume, which I could have also had her in this Film Noir, Apocalypse, and then also Demetresque. Yeah, and the connection, Xeno is with the connections as well, so. And then we also had skins for the weapons, like I could have made Requiem golden, or have this camouflage. I could have made Grace's pistol also golden, or have this camouflage. And I think now we've unlocked a tactical light for the snapper, I guess. I'm guessing that means that it always has a flashlight or something. I know. And then, yeah, now it can also have the classic. There's a bunch of fun little like other things you can have. Defeat at least 3 enemies with a single Requiem shot. I still need to get that. Cut the tongue off of a liquor beta with a hatchet. Okay. Open. There's that last safe I couldn't find the code for. I'll have to find that later. 5 files were missing. One of them was probably the code. Missing 6 raccoon memoriams. Complete the main story by releasing Elpis within 4 hours? Took us 13. We could have had Grace in a vampire dress. I feel like I feel like if we had Grace in the Demetresque outfit, it would have very much clashed with the way her personality. Earn 200,000 credits. Collect 5,000 microsamples of infected blood with the blood collector. Hey! We finally got the last achievement. So there are achievements for the fishing game. Oh, sorry, we got almost the last achievement, because there was an achievement that I had never gotten yet, which is to collect 29 ducks. And we finally caught 29 ducks without resetting the decks, because we can't get this freaking diamond. And so the last achievement I need is the achievement for the person who made the game to show up in my Twitch stream and give me the achievement. So maybe we'll get big enough one day for that to happen. View all the models. I have not viewed one. View all the concept art. We can actually buy all that stuff. Complete the main story without using herbs or meta injectors. Probably on the easiest difficulty. Complete the main story without Grace using the blood collector. Insane. Let the sweet pair hear the voice. Not sure what that means. Grace's report. The truth behind God, this is a 60-page... Hold on. We're not... We have fishing to do. We can do that later. Real quick, I'm just gonna... Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that creature. Audio drama with Sonic. Yeah, these are the elite guards for the guys. The Commander, aka Hunk. Wolfhound Squad, hell yeah. Norman Cole, the guy at the very beginning. The zombies. The girl. Zombie doctors. Zombie patients. Zombie staff. Zombie cleaners. Zombie chef. Zombie singers. Zombie surgeon. Chunk. Blister heads. The blister born. Oh, that's a spider. Or Titan spinner. We got the Garmer. RPD zombie. The children. Tyrant 501. Super Tyrant 501. Plant 43. Arc zombies. Liquor Beta 2. Victor mutated. Alright, that's all of them. Concept art. Let's buy all this too. Get everything. Give me everything. I like the zombie singers. The zombie singers were pretty cool, yeah. Chunk. Motorcycle battle, hell yeah. So how do we get another Emily? No, so at the very end of the game, when Grace is like, oh, I just wish we could have saved Emily, Leon is like, I didn't hit any of Emily's vitals, so she's probably still alive. And it turns out she was. So Emily's just fine. All right, and now, because I spent all that money, I can't buy any of this stuff, but we have... So we could get, looks like, infinite, like, durability knife, some kind of, yeah, a submachine gun for Grace, Leon's old pistol, a bigger, like, a bigger revolver, that's for the thing, the weapon that, Zeno had, some kind of assault rifle, a hatchet, rocket. We could actually get a rocket launcher for Leon. Okay, this increases the blood collector capacity. So if we get, okay, so if we beat the game in under 4 hours, we get infinite ink ribbons for Grace. Bootleg this kill. Okay, so if we get this, we can increase how many points we get with Leon for every kill. Extra level of tuning for weapon parts. Okay, so this lets us upgrade weapons further. This gives Grace more firepower as a charm. We already got that for defeating 300 enemies, I see. Collect letters from 1998 by hunting down and investigating certain files in the main story. Okay. Oh yeah, we never did get that kid's note for all the things. Here we just get infinite ammo for every gun. Infinite durability for the hatchets, infinite ammo for an RPG, which is a gun we also have to unlock. Recommended to purchase RPG 7 Leon first. Okay, so I guess we can buy that map. Then we can get Grace's old FBI costume and Leon's RPG costume. Okay. So I'll be unlocking all that stuff later. All right. So now that we've gone through all that stuff, chat, do you want me to read Grace's report? Do you want me to read the 60-page... Requiem! Will do. Thank you. Do you want me to read the 60-page the 60-page report? Because I can. Take a drink, you're gonna need it to read all of this. Yeah. But before we do that, Colin redeemed a puzzle break. And I've decided, I don't know if Subval's here, but if they are, I'm gonna play 2048. I'm like, can you change the settings of the fish game to just be 3x? Yeah, can I change the settings so that it's exclusively legendaries? Crap. Oh, okay. Well, this is bad. There we go. All right, fixed it. Yeah, y'all just keep fishing. We'll get there eventually. There we go. If Subval was here, they'd probably be screaming at me and how bad I'm playing this. How's this puzzle played enough familiar? Essentially, you can move all of the tiles up, down, left, or right. And if two tiles of the same number touch, they get multiplied together. Or I guess added together. So, like, these 2 4 tiles are touching, so when I merge them, they become an 8. And then with these 8 tiles, I can merge them into a 16. And your goal is to get as high of a number as you can, but the real goal is to get 2048. I love 2048. I once showed my students how to beat it, and they all lost their minds. Apparently, Subval's like the king of 2048, so... Oh, I'm screwed, aren't I? Oh, no, still alive. Ooh! Alright, we're up to 256. I don't know how that worked. More relevant to Christopher Seymour. How do you not have an ad blocker? Just haven't bothered with it, really. Immune to ad propaganda. I really am. This is bad. Oh, never mind. We're good. Oh, this is bad. Oh, dang it. I failed! There's power-ups? What do you mean? Let's try Arapaima. Let's try it one more time. Yo, I'm just gonna spam left and down and see what happens. Okay. Arapaima is the diamond in our hearts. All right. Should start dinner, but no, don't want to miss fishing. Fishing will be here when you get back. Eating food is important. Oh, boy. Oh, all right, this is the end, chat. I've done it. I'm screwed. Oh, never mind. No, we're still screwed. Oh, this is bad. I don't know how I'm still alive. Oh, well, that screwed me. Hold on. Oh, God, what have I done? What have I done? We are so screwed. We are so back. I usually go top right for my staying point, not bottom left. That makes sense. You should do a 15 puzzle so I can show you how to solve it. I don't even know what a 15 puzzle is. Oh, we're screwed now, chat. This is the end. This is the end. How am I alive? Yo, we got the 512 though. Oh, there we go. Up. There we go. Alright. I think that's enough. That's enough gaming. That's enough for the puzzle break. Alright. Time for reading. With all his kills, he just goes on for so. Sky, we love you, but why can't you be a diamond? All right, time for Sonic Addict Learns to Read live on stream. Sky ate the diamond. All right, time to read. Hold on, I need some reading music because there's no music playing right now. YouTube. Give me some Resident Evil 1 safe room music. Wait, never mind, there's music playing. It just occasionally stops for some reason. This guy's powerful maw crushed the diamond into dust. Introduction. In 1998, Raccoon City was devastated by a massive outbreak caused by a viral leak from the pharmaceutical giant Umbrella. The United States government responded by launching a missile strike to wipe out the infected and erected a blockade to seal off the city. All right, CBD. What's our 1 hour of silence? Broken up by law and order. Excellent. Okay. In 2004, following a court trial, the Umbrella Corp... Thank you for the follow, Frail Fever. Glad you're making it. Stopping by. We're learning to read today. In 2004, following a court trial, the Umbrella Corporation declared bankruptcy. A complete account of the events was never released. However, in October 2026, it was discovered that the city had been used as a hub for the production and trafficking of bioweapons. This report reveals that the established narrative of the Raccoon City incident was falsified and elucidates newly discovered truths surrounding the incident. The fishing got to them. 1968? Oh, wow, this goes back far. Alright. To properly understand the truth, we must first go back to the beginning of it all. In 1968, Oswald E. Spencer, James Marcus, and Edward Ashford founded the Umbrella Corporation. October? Somebody warned them. Having witnessed the horrors of the Second World War and the dread of the Cold War, Spencer felt a sense of despair at watching the world repeat the same mistakes. He felt it was his duty to bring about a change to humanity. As stated in court records following the Raccoon City incident, his ultimate goal was to bring about the viral evolution of the human race. Thus, he relentlessly pursued virus research through illegal and inhumane means. This fact remains unchanged. 1970s. From the very beginning of Umbrella, the company faced rapid change and intense internal strife. Most notably, the sharp ideological divide between Spencer and Marcus. According to court records, this conflict was cited as the primary factor leading to the unusual developments which followed. In 1978, James Marcus developed the T virus, which would go on to become the cause of the subsequent outbreak. 1980s. This is a crucial period for
Oh no!
Just so you know, I absolutely hate doing this now. I mean, I don't hate it. I just don't think I'm very good at it. And so whenever I have to listen back to it, I think it sucks. Because I don't really get the inflection of Arlecchino right. I just kind of do a silly voice with a voice filter and call it a day. Alright, what is that? 5 minutes? Alright, so 17. This is a crucial period for understanding the basis of what caused the incident and the truth behind the entire case. Spencer's influence and ARC's establishment. Spencer used internal politics to have Marcus demoted, absorbing T-virus research into a facility under his own control. Calm down. From then on, Umbrella began to actively research and develop bioweapons under Spencer's leadership. The underground facility known as ARC, which was discovered during recent events, originally served as the administrative center of Umbrella's research. Several documents outlining Spencer's plan for ARC have also been discovered. Excerpt from confiscated records. Long-Term Strategic Review, 1980-_0422. ARC-centric integrated research roadmap. Step 1. Concentrated investment into the Wesker project and the T-virus. Wesker! We love that guy. Step 2. Establishment of ARC as a central command center. Step 3. Development of Elpis. Step 4. Memory transfer and forced evolution. This is the first recorded instance of the significant keyword, Elpis. The Connections involvement. Following documents regarding Marcus's involvement were also discovered. Excerpt from confiscated records, the receipt of donation 1986-0138. Receipt James Marcus, sender F Foundation, amount $30 million. This document shows a suspicious flow of funds being channeled to Marcus. Past FBI investigations revealed that the source of the funds, the F Foundation, was just one of the puppet organizations of the Connections. The F Foundation no longer exists. Hey! We know this image! The Connections is a criminal organization that various government agencies have been sounding the alarm against for years. This illicit group is at the heart of all of this. Evidence suggests that the Connections sought involvement with Umbrella's central operations. Additional documents belonging to the protege of Marcus, Brandon Bailey, have been uncovered. Excerpt from confiscated records. Telegraph log 1988-0996. Sender, Brandon Bailey. Recipient, F Foundation. Preparations are complete. I think it's time they made contact with me directly, don't you? I await a response. This indicates that Bailey took over correspondence with the Connections, succeeding Marcus. Or succeeding. Succeeding? Yeah, succeeding. Bailey was rumored to be the founder of the Connections, but he may have only been a small cog in the larger machine. We now believe the Connections has had deep roots in the criminal underworld since before the 1980s. Much about the Connections remains unknown. Spencer's purge. In order for Spencer to obtain complete control over Umbrella, he used force to deal with any internal opposition and influential adversaries. A list of these individuals, seemingly prepared by an associate of Spencer's, was recently discovered. I keep looking over at chat to see if something's going on, but it's just fish. I forgot, this stream no longer exists, it's just a fishing stream. Spencer was wild. Excerpt from confiscated records. Reevaluation list. Following the CEO's reevaluation protocol, measures will be taken against these individuals. Cheryl Moore, Michael Kramer, James Marcus, omitted. 1990s. During this period, Umbrella continued to grow and expand through ties with the government. The organization became so large that Spencer could no longer fully control it. Shut up! So-called free thinkers with exclamation mark fish. It's fun. Oh, we got a triple. Let's see what it is. Zero! Zero, go home! Zero, we don't need you right now! Joe's kitchen scale keeps beeping randomly, and I think it might throw it off the balcony. Look, the machine makes a noise I'm not expecting. Throw it out the window. Numerous accidents plagues Umbrella's facilities around the world as a result of poor management. Furthermore, information was being leaked to rival organizations and the Connections due to moles who had infiltrated the company. Yet despite the circumstances, Spencer was able to thoroughly protect and complete his research at the Ark, the research, Elpis. While most records regarding Elpis were lost in the destruction of the Ark, a precious few remain. Excerpt from confiscated records. Spencer's message, 19-not data missing. Tricell 8... Diamonds isn't real. Tricell HCF, the family, and Umbrella. Elpis shall bring it all to an end, data corrupted. The only information leaked about Elpis was that it had the potential to upset the military balance of the entire world. However, a strictly managed password known only to Spencer was needed to access it. What is Elpis? I think that's been my 5 minutes as Arlecchino, so we're going back to normal. Oh boy. That's rough on my throat sometimes. These, yeah, they are short pages at least. Elpis is, I was about to do the voice again. Elpis is a powerful antiviral drug. However, I mean, that was probably a good point for that to be. However, this was unknown to those who sought it. The Connections and other black market groups mistakenly thought it would be a powerful bioweapon with the potential to control human minds. Thanks, Mom. Will do. Calm down. This confusion likely stemmed from the fierce competition surrounding bioweapon development. It was common knowledge that Spencer, the developer of Elpis, aimed for the evolution of and control of humanity through viral technology. The completion of Elpis. Based on data taken from the confiscated records and changes in Spencer's behavior, we believe Elpis was completed around the mid-1990s. After this period, the records show a marked decrease in the number of public statements from Spencer. A similar decrease in activity was also observed at the Raccoon City orphanage. Disturbingly, it is suspected that the children at the orphanage had long been used for Umbrella experimentation. While Spencer frequently visited the orphanage, records indicate he stopped in the 1990s. Furthermore, the orphanage was under the research jurisdiction of William Birkin in the late 90s. Birkin turned against Spencer, ultimately leading to the leak of the T-virus. 1998, the Raccoon City incident. The T-virus leaked from the Umbrella Research Facility in Raccoon City, causing an unprecedented outbreak. In response, the government decided to launch a missile strike on the city, under the pretense of containing the spread. However, this is where we have been misled. The missile strike was not launched to prevent the spread of infection. A plan was formed to disrupt the relationship between the government and Umbrella, and shift the blame of all illegal activities onto Spencer. Found records indicate that the Connections lobbied for the missile strike. Wow, that Elpis was done in the mid-90s. I mean, like, because it was in a place that hadn't even been discovered until 2026, and it was just sitting down there, and then Spencer stopped doing stuff with Umbrella. William Birkin then started working on the T-virus, which caused it to leak and then caused the Raccoon City incident. Like, it kind of all makes sense, but it's also very much like I don't know what there's like a good story for this, but it's like, oh yeah, this was secretly here the whole time kind of stuff. Today is no good. I have read an entire 9-volume manga and have accomplished none of the things to get done. I mean, okay, what are we removing the cooldown on, Joe? You know, is it the baby? Okay. Turn that off for now. All right, there you go. I'm gonna be Arlecchino for the rest of the stream, aren't I? My throat's going to hate this. So, okay. Hold on, let me keep track of this real quick. Yeah. Okay, Mom, what are you up to? I'll say. All right, Joe, you have until I remove this redeem to... Ah, never mind, it's already gone. All right, we got 10 minutes of Arlecchino. Dueling shit. I mean, hey, that's why everything's that. Calm down. The stream is not... The Resident Evil marathon ends and it just goes into anarchy. All right. The Arlecchino redeem will be back next stream with its normal... Alrighty then. This stream is chaos. Anyway. Can't believe you enabled PvP. No, you've removed the redeem, but Joe's already redeemed it for 10 minutes worth of Arlecchino. So I'll be Arlecchino for 10 minutes, and then it will be done. Because Joe cannot continue to do Arlecchino for the rest of the stream. Why are my redeems like Why did I make my redeems like a Yu-Gi-Oh game? You've activated my trap card. Excerpts from the confiscated records. Access log, first assembly minutes. Ark has been secured. Commence the missile strike. The blame will fall solely on Spencer. With this, Umbrella will be dismantled and will seize their assets. I summon the unstoppable Exodia! I thought it was a counter move to be cashed. No, it removes the redeem from being redeemed, but because Joe had redeemed it already, calm down. Because Joe had redeemed it already, I have to honor that redeem, but now he can't continue to redeem it. It's kind of like, I was about to explain it in Yu-Gi-Oh terms. I'm the only person here that probably knows Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. Maybe CBD, they did do the Exodia bit. Anyway, their goal was the acquisition of Umbrella assets, particularly the thing they believed would disrupt the world's military balance, Elpis. There is a lot going on. We've got fishing, we've got Pelican, we've got... It's crazy. Due to Bailey's involvement, the Connections were aware of Umbrella's inner workings prior to the Raccoon City incident. This set them to... Up to 5Ds is about as far as my Yu-Gi-Oh go. Dude, Yu-Gi-Oh got crazy in the later stuff. I'm at it. Oh, hold on. We must... Moment of silence for the lack of Everqueen's cumin. Alright. Due to Bailey's involvement, the Connections were aware of Umbrella's inner workings prior to the Raccoon City incident. This set them up to swiftly secure Ark before instructing the government to carry out the missile strike. Quiet. After the Raccoon City incident. The Umbrella Trials. As is well known, trials were held after the events of the Raccoon City incident. Testimony from Raccoon City survivors, along with evidence submitted by the Global Pharmaceutical Consortium, demonstrated the scope of Umbrella's nefarious activities. Evidence against Spencer was presented at the trials by his subordinate Albert Wesker. Huh. It is now evident that Wesker was linked to Tricell, which in turn had strong ties to the Connections. Therefore, it is highly likely there was pressure from the government and the Connections during the trial. Okay, so hold on a minute. I've gone back to playing the Floodgate, the speedrun, I've gone back to playing Floodgate, the speedrun, the game. It has made Yu-Gi-Oh! Hilariously fun, I see. Yeah, modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Is insane. But, okay, so before we continue, this implies that Wesker was at the Spencer Mansion in order to have the STARS team test out their, have to use STARS to test out the, T-virus zombies. Calm down. To have STARS be used to test out the T-virus zombies and the Tyrant. That is not a diamond. Wesker was at the mansion, and then he got attacked by the Tyrant and escaped. And then just went to just left, and then when the Raccoon City trials were over, Albert Wesker just showed up in a courtroom. This is the same Albert Wesker that did a flaming punch at the head of that one girl in, how did he do this? And then, yeah, Wesker is linked to Tricell from Resident Evil 5, who was part of the, whole thing where they were just trying to use Ouroboros and all that. In 2004, following the outcome of the trials, Umbrella was forced into bankruptcy. Oh, God. An Arlecchino quack? Are you crazy? Just as the connections in the government intended, Oswald E. Spencer was held accountable as CEO, and he disappeared from the public eye. Another triple. How? How, A, has it been my mom catching him the whole time, and B, how have we gotten 2 of them? On record, Wesker was stated as telling the journey, 7 minutes. 7 minutes is all I have to spare. Acquisition of ARC. The Connections and the government seized ARC during the Raccoon City incident. Thereafter, ARC served as a base for the research, development, and distribution of bioweapons. Documents believed to be the transaction list have also been seized. These list Umbrella's competitors, along with organizations that were previously found guilty of illegal activity. Unfortunately, most evidence was lost with the collapse of ARC. Recovery efforts continue, but success is unlikely. Divide by 0, maybe then we'll find the diamond, maybe. Proliferation of bioterrorism. Following the Raccoon City incident, weaponized viruses developed by Umbrella were leaked. Subsequently, instances of bioterrorism utilizing this technology spread around the globe. In 2013, President Adam Benford was assassinated in a bioterrorist attack. Intelligence agencies report that the president wished to reveal the full truth of the Raccoon City incident. It is possible that President Benford was privy to the facts revealed in this report. Okay, so that's Resident Evil 6. So, oh, what was his name? The guy that turned into the bone dinosaur and then the giant bug? He had the president assassinated, so he must have been related to the Connections. Okay. It's madness of the sea, I tell you. Spencer's final years. Remaining records about Spencer's after the dissolution of Umbrella are scarce, but a new source of information has recently come to light, an interview conducted by Alyssa Ashcroft. So many revelations, according to the sound. We do have a lot of revelations, that's true. Although we aren't playing Resident Evil Revelations. The revelations in Resident Evil Revelations had nothing to do with this. Despite being responsible for countless atrocities, Spencer showed some signs of remorse in this interview. Having lost everything, he sought atonement. While Elpis is a powerful instrument that can render viral weapons inert, it also has the potential, as a panacea, to be used for good. It is possible that Spencer's true motivations behind Elpis were peace and redemption. While he remained obsessed with the evolution of humanity throughout his later years, most testimonies describe him as nothing but a senile old man. Spencer died in 2006 at his secluded estate. His true intentions behind developing Elpis will forever remain unknown. This is when he got his heart ripped out by Wesker. Kind of like those random sounds. Where's the list? So, yeah, I don't know. It really depends on what you can find on YouTube. If you just say like any like random like noise that's semi-popular, like the Pikmin noise or maybe something like that, I could probably find something. It depends, but we're getting a lot of revelations in this, but it's not in the Revelations games. So if you look up like it's like 1 hour of silence occasionally broken by. So yeah, like interrupted or broken by, like something like that. You can find you can look for all the videos that would be involved in that. Conclusion. Oh, hold on. I believe we are out of the Arlecchino time. Okay. Sick. I'm going to drink water illegally because my throat is starting to hurt. Because it's really rough on the voice to do this, you know? Alright. A handful of videos are... Yeah, there's a few of them, they're just like really loud noises that you can play. But we like the funny ones, like Boing and the dodgeball. As we could see from the records, the Umbrella Corporation's liquidation was intentionally orchestrated by the Connections and the U.S. government. Furthermore, they were involved in the illegal development of trafficking of bioweapons in Raccoon City. The extent to which past and present governments were involved requires further investigation. Much about the connections remains shrouded in mystery, and most records of their involvement were destroyed alongside ARC. Countless lives have been lost. As government officials, we have a duty to pursue the truth. If anything, finding it will finally offer some closure to everyone who fell victim to these heinous actions. FBI intelligence analyst, Grace Ashcroft. Woo! And then this is just a behind-the-scenes video about, let's watch this. Let's see what this is. Yo! Mocap!
If this is about the report you asked for yesterday, it'll be ready in 3. No, 2 days, tops.
Put a hold on that for now. We found another body. One that exhibits the same pathology as the others we've been investigating.
They asked for Miss Ashcroft, and then they hung up on me. Rude. What the? They asked for Miss Ashcroft, and then they hung up on me. Rude. What the?
They're coming. Grace, we need to go.
Go where? Mom, what's going on?
Hurry.
Wait, who's coming? What's wrong?
Shh. We need to keep our voices down.
This is ridiculous.
Come on.
What do I do? Oh, shit.
I like how Grace's arm being stuck is just a dude sitting there holding it.
Hello?
It hasn't been easy. But after much effort, here we finally are.
Who are you?
Oh, that's Gideon's actor?
I know now that you're the one that I've been searching for. The special one. The chosen one. Miss Ashcroft.
Lady.
Help me!
You okay? What are you doing?
That's not a diamond! I always thought being a mocap actor would be fun. I love flinging my body around in a reckless abandon. Okay, so they didn't actually hang her upside down for this. They just have her laying down. Ooh, yeah. What do they have for this?
All right. Oh, there are so many of them.
Strap in.
You know what? This is pretty cool. Like there are not many games that would actually just show you the mocap of the actors for the cutscenes. Oh, hey, look, it's Emily.
Emily, are you okay? Oh, Emily.
I like the videos of mocap for SH2. I did not. Yo!
Not necessary. I'll neutralize the target myself.
3, 2, 1, action!
You still need me, right?
The lady in the back who's pretending to be the gear and stuff.
Let it all come down. All of it.
3, 2, 1, bounce!
Grace. Grace! Time to bury Grace in his skeleton.
That's pretty fun. That's cool. All right. But that is the end of our Resident Evil marathon. 9 months of Resident Evil. You know, oh yeah, Leon's actor was having a blast. I have to imagine. 9 months of Resident Evil finally completed. With that being said, yeah, because I go back and check my if I go back and check my the stream announcements tab. Hello, baby. If I go all the way back in the stream announcements to the very first Resident Evil stream. Yeah, the very first Resident Evil stream I ever did is July 27th. So May, June, July. So yeah, 3 months. Like not so like yeah, like 9 months ago. Like just a little under 9 months, I guess. But yeah, it's been that long of me playing this game. Oh, it's been a long time, and I enjoyed all of them. Let's be real; they were all fantastic games. But I now want to do a little something. We are going to do a tier list. Please clap. So, I want us to rank all of the games that we played. So,
you suck.
Clap, clap, clap.
Thank you. Thank you. So we're gonna have this. There we go. All right. So we didn't stream the original. Didn't stream Survivor. Didn't stream Gaiden.
Step back! I think I'm more of
That one. That was that one. Didn't stream that one. Did not stream this one. Didn't stream this. Did not stream this. Didn't stream that. Stream this. Didn't stream that. Didn't stream that. Didn't stream this. Didn't stream this. Okay. So this is all the games that we streamed. Code Veronica, 1 remake, 0, Outbreak, 5, Revelations, 6, Revelations 2, 7, 2 remake, 3 remake, Village, 4 remake, and Requiem. So here's all the ones that we streamed. Let's go. I want to have us like. I want us to like have a discussion about this. Pelican makes me laugh every time. It is very funny. I'm glad I included the Pelican. So, I do want us to go through and actually like genuinely talk about these games and like figure out which ones are the best and worst. I'm going to start off with like S tier is essentially games that I would play in my free time. Like the games that I would go back and post stream, go back and replay these games because they're just really fun and I enjoy them. A is I might replay them in my free time. Like it's kind of up in the air. It kind of depends because like there's some games in here that are like I might go back, I might replay them to see what's up there. B is I probably won't replay them, but they're not bad. You know, like I enjoyed them, and then like down here, like this is where I do not want to play these games again, kind of stuff. So that's the vibe we're going for. Like if it's in the top, it's like a game I genuinely I would probably just play it in my free time. Ethan is cute. His game's got to be up. Oh, absolutely. So let's start with 1 remake because that's like where the very first one we streamed is 1 remake here. would I replay 1 Remake? Like, 1 Remake is good. 1 Remake's definitely getting, like, B at the least. But I don't, like, do I want to play it again? You think, like, the Resident Evil 1 is S tier, Mom? I think, I mean, I think it's a very good game. But, like, I'm trying to think of whether I would want to play it again. Like, in my off time. I mean, maybe. I'd probably put this one in A. Personally. I like them all. I mean, they're all, like, I enjoy playing all of them. But we do have to compare them to each other. So, some have to be down here and all that. One of these has to be the worst game. And we know which one it is. But I can see myself replaying 1. Like, I think I could see myself playing through Resident Evil 1 again. Like, it's a pretty good game. I think there's more stuff to unlock. It'd be fun to play through and maybe get the other endings where you, like, don't save anybody and all that. How much longer is this? Okay, another like 30 minutes, great. So yeah, definitely for that. 2 Remake, absolutely S tier. I have replayed it in my free time. I will continue to do so. That's S tier. 3 Remake, calm down. 3 Remake, calm down. What do we think about 3 Remake? Because the thing is, like, a lot of people give 3 Remake hate by comparing it to the original, right? Like, because they say, yeah, they say that the 3 Remake is... Can't say too much with the fact that I only showed up around 6. That's true. So, I mean, we'll get to 6 eventually. But, I don't know, like, I enjoyed 3 Remake. I would probably replay it. But, I don't know, like, is that... Am I more likely to replay it than this? Ah, God, here's the problem, though. Can you give a short play? So, yeah, Resident Evil 1, the original, like, the remake of the original, that's where you're playing as Bravo team going... Because you send an Alpha team to the Arklay Mountains to investigate a mansion, and they get lost, or they get attacked and they don't respond. So then you send in Bravo team, which is Jill, Chris, Barry, and Wesker. And you play through those games as Chris or Jill. And that's the one where you discover everything going on in the Spencer Mansion with all the zombies, and then you fight Wesker at the end. And there's a giant snake in there. Resident Evil 2, you're playing as Leon and Claire with the actual Raccoon City outbreak, and you're exploring the Raccoon City Police Department, and then the orphanage, and then you discover the thing underneath with William Birkin, which would end Jib saying, that's Outbreak. That's this one right here. We'll rank that one in a bit. And then Resident Evil 3 is where you're playing as Jill Valentine trying to escape Raccoon City. And then you meet up with Carlos. And then there's the Nemesis guy who looks like a giant trash bag. And then at the end, you blast him with a railgun. So the main problem with some of these is, like, I'm more likely to replay, like, 3 make or 2 make and things like that than, like, the Resident Evil 1 remake, because it's like, as much as I don't complain about tank controls and older games and their control schemes, that doesn't mean that I enjoy that game. Like, you know, it doesn't mean that I enjoy playing those older games with those older control schemes. Like, I can play them, I can deal with them, and I can have fun with them. But if I just want to, like, casually play a game, a more modern game with more modern controls is usually something I'm going to gravitate towards more. So for this, like, I honestly might do, or I might put 3 above it. Like, I probably will replay 3, but I think I'd replay 3 make more than I'd be replaying the 1 make. if that makes sense. After, what did we play after the remake? Was that Code Veronica? Hold on, let me go and check the stream announcements. I'm going to use the stream announcements to figure out what order I played these in. Chat, even without my cumin, my beef gravy turned out delightful. I'm so glad that your beef gravy shines despite the lack of cumin. All right, Code Veronica. Code Veronica. Oh. I'm going to leave Code Veronica in C tier. I don't see myself going back to play that one in my free time. So Code Veronica is where you're playing as Claire Redfield from Resident Evil 2. Shush. Where you're playing as Claire Redfield from Resident Evil 2, and she gets arrested and taken to, like, an Umbrella prison island. And then she's trying to escape while being hunted by the I remember the Ashford? Yeah, the Ashford twins. You know, those weird, like, blonde-haired twins that really liked bugs for some reason. And then halfway through the game, you start playing as Chris as he goes to rescue Claire, and then it's also the one with Steve in it. We don't like Steve is whatever. I don't really like Steve. I'm gonna leave Code Veronica here. So liking bugs makes you liking bugs the way they do makes them weird. Quick question. What timestamps are on that video? What, this one? There doesn't appear to be any timestamps on this thing. You're being too generous for Code Veronica. Yeah, you're probably right. I think it goes down here. 0. I'm gonna put 0 in C. I don't think 0 is definitely not the worst. But I don't see myself replaying 0. Like, I don't see myself going to 0 to replay over something like 2, 3, the original, or some of the other ones we'll get to later. Like, 0's down there, but it's not the worst. Outbreak I'm going to put with 0. Because same thing, like, it's not a bad game. I just don't see a reason to go back to it for the most part. Was that? No, 0. Right. So Resident Evil 0 is the one where you play as Rebecca Chambers and Billy. I can't remember his last name, but Billy, the convict guy. And you start out on the train, and that's the one with all the leeches. Like, the leeches is the big thing. And then I can't think of anything else, really. I cannot remember much of Resident Evil 0. I'm gonna be honest. And then Outbreak is the one with, like, the multiple characters. That's not a diamond! Outbreak is the one where you get to choose the character and the different scenarios and all that. It's the one with the big shark. Granted, Resident Evil 1 also had a big shark. That's the one that ended way too early because I thought that there was more to it. But that's because file 2 is where the things are, but I don't have file 2, so it sits down here. It's like yeah, we've had so many and none of them are a diamond and 2 of them have been 0. So yeah, Outbreak, I wouldn't say it's not a bad game. I could see myself going back to it, but like I would need a pretty good reason to go back to it. Whereas with like 2, 3s, and 1, I would choose to do that in my free time just to have some fun. 5, I'm gonna put at the end of A. Like, anything else would go here. As bad as 5 is, I actually am replaying that one in my free time because I wanna unlock more stuff in it, because 5 is just kind of fun. But no, I think 5 is better. Yeah, so 5 is Chris and Sheva in Africa. That's what 5 is. Like, 5 is fun. Like, 5 has its... Oh, actually, hold on. Get out of your 5. I just realized we don't need 5 right now. Where'd 5 go? There's 5. Can I... Right, 5 go back down here. I just realized we forgot... We did this in the wrong order, because we got to rank 4. 4 becomes before 5. 4 is S tier. 4 is the one where you're playing as Leon with... 4 is the one playing as Leon, where you play as Leon, and you're rescuing Ashley. We love 4. 4 is great. 4 is an S tier. Anything with Leon is an S tier. Asterisk. Was it Revelations after that? Let me check. Yeah, we get 0, and then we do Outbreak. Then we do 4. Four separate ways. That's included in 4. Still great. Okay, 4 and then 5. Okay. Yeah, anyway, 5, I'm going to put it... 5 is either top of B or bottom of A. It gets a B for just did you put a mod in it? That is a pretty funny one. Even as a child who shouldn't have had that game. Oh yeah, 4 is absolutely S tier. In fact, like 4 original would be S tier, but I didn't stream it, so we're not including these because I didn't stream them. I made cheesy pasta today. Hell yeah, cheesy pasta is great. But yeah, 5 is either B or A, because I'm actively replaying it. That game is fun because it has the, like, Resident Evil 4 upgrading your weapons and unlocking new things. Like, the mechanics of 5 are fun to bring me back in to replay it, because I want to unlock the fun things. I want to get the infinite ammo rocket launcher and all the other stuff. So 5 will be or bottom of A. Like, 5 is in the it's fun enough for me to replay it. I mean, yeah, it's kind of a crap game, but you also get the part where you fight Wesker in a volcano, and that's just awesome. Now, Revelations. Revelations, I don't know about Revelations. I'm gonna put it in B. Because, like... Revelations, I don't know how... Revelations was kind of strange. I don't remember the difference between Revelations 1 and 2. Revelations 1 was the one that took place on a ship. Revelations 2 was the one that took place on a saw trap. So Revelations 1 is the one where Jill and that other guy, I can't remember his name, they go onto a ship because of, like, a distress call from Chris on the ship. And then it turns out that that was fake, and now they're stuck on the ship trying to escape. And then Chris and Jessica, the girl who wore very ill-fitting outfits in the locations she went to, were doing stuff. I can't really remember what happened in Revelations. It was like, okay, Jill and the other guy I can't remember his name of went to the ship looking for Chris. Chris wasn't there. And then Chris and Jessica were out in the mountains because they were looking for evidence of the terrorists that attacked the city, the Terra Grigia. And then they found evidence of the terrorists. And then they got the report that Jill went missing in the ocean, so they went to go find Jill. And then there was the Beavis and Butthead characters. I can't remember either of their names. I think one of them was named Jackass. And they were doing some stuff. They were comic relief. And then Chris and Jessica board a ship to save Jill and the other guy, but they board the wrong ship because there's two of them. And then you find out that the Terra Grigia attack was orchestrated by the guy who runs the, like, was it the FBC or something? Like the Federal Bioterrorism Committee or something? And then the guy who's running the BSAA knew about him and then was using this whole boat thing with the terrorists to try and out the things that he did. And then there was a third ship underwater. And we found that ship. Chat's fishing poles are lagging. We're so tired. Give us the diamond, please. We've been fishing for 4 years. Yeah, and then at the very end, there was the guy with the weird haircut that was bright red and Jessica, and they both escaped. And the guy who was shot and fell into a fire somehow survived, and he also escaped. And then the guy who was the director of the BSAA, he quit. And then he went off and he wrote a paper, and he wrote a book, and that book ended up in Resident Evil 7 as a reference. Anyway, Resident Evil 6 is the worst. No, I'll put it... Resident Evil 6 is a game I would only replay if somebody else wanted to play it with me. That's the only reason I would ever replay 6. 6 is insane. I agree with you, Everqueen. It's really goofy with its plot, and it's kind of fun, but it's not... It doesn't have... Like, Resident Evil 5's story is worse than... If this was a story list, they'd all be in, like, C tier. But Resident Evil 5's story is worse than Resident Evil 6's. But Resident Evil 5's gameplay is more fun to replay in order to get all the stuff in Resident Evil 5. But in 6, there's, like, not much reason to replay it. The guy who found the fire was called Joshua Graham or something. Right, yeah. So, like, Resident Evil 6 is honestly, like, of the mainline games, RE6 did have fake Ada. That's true. We had twice the amount of Ada in RE6, which was pretty cool, but, like, in terms of would I want to replay the games, because that really, this tier list is, like, my willingness to go back and replay it, because that Resident Evil really comes alive in the replayability. There is no reason for me to want to replay Resident Evil 6 unless somebody else wants to play it with me. Whereas I would actively play Resident Evil 5 just on my own in my free time. In fact, I have done it before. So that's why that's here. Revelations 2. Actually, you know what? I'm going to put these two here. Because I don't... No, I think they'll go, like, here. Because, like, they have enough interesting stuff that I might want to replay them. And they're not bad games by any means. But I don't know. Revelations... So, I guess, for Revelations 2 is the one where you play as Claire Redfield, and she gets kidnapped and then infected with the T Phobos, and she and Moira Burton are running around the Sawtrap Island trying to escape. Meanwhile, surprise, there's a second Wesker is trying to get them to experience fear so that they'll get infected, because she wants to transfer her brain into the body of someone who doesn't experience fear. Yeah, Resident Evil Revelations 2 is the one that made us create the bingo board. Yeah, with the cussing girl, Moira Burton. So, true. It had Barry. Barry's awesome. But I don't know. And, okay, you know what? Revelations 2 is better than Revelations 1. I will give it that. Revelations 2 is better than Revelations 1. but I would put them both on the same tier of replaying ability. B for brick. Exactly, B for brick. So, like, Revelations 2 is better than Revelations 1, but I wouldn't say either of them are, like, that good. You have to upgrade it for Brick Girl. If I upgrade Revelations 2, like, the only thing I would really do is make it the top of B tier by putting Resident Evil 5 in A. Because I don't think Revelations 2 is better than 5. Again, just for, like, the sake of just the ability of replayability. But it's certainly, like, I guess maybe I'd put this one in C? No, I think, no, this is how it is. Revelations is in C tier. The revelations are not revealing. The revelations is that there's a second Wesker, and then we blow her up. So, yeah, like, Revelations 1 is C tier. Revelations 2 is B tier. I think that's the best way to put it. Anyway, 7's S tier, 8's S tier, and 9 is S tier. And I think we can all agree on that. 7, 8, and 9 are all peak. 3 dun-duns for the 3 ones I just put up there. I think this... There we go. Okay. All right. Revelations was held back by its JRPG upgrade system. Kinda, yeah. Because, yeah, the upgrade system for Revelations was that you had to find the upgrade parts, and then each weapon could only have a certain amount of upgrade parts. And, like, some weapons are weaker, but they could have more upgrades and things like that. It's an interesting mechanic. And, like, it adds some replayability, because you can kind of mix and match how those guns work. And I think in replays, maybe you can get stronger upgrades. I'm not sure. I have not New Game Plussed Revelations or Revelations 2. If I get to 50 gold before we get this stupid diamond, I'm going insane as much as the rest of you guys. Which one had Duke? Village. Village had Duke. So Resident Evil 7 was the one with Resident Evil 7 was the one with Ethan in the house in Louisiana. Resident Evil 8 was with Ethan in the generic Eastern European country with Demetresk and Beneviento and all that. And then we just beat 9. But yeah, like peak. Ethan is S tier. Most of Leon is S tier. We're not talking about 6. Duke did come through in the end. We love Duke. You know what? The Duke. 7 and 8 are absolutely S tier. Yeah, like 7 revived the series. 8 showed that they can still make it actiony and still be good, and then 9 is just awesome. Like 9, may I remind you of the motorcycle jousting scene? 9's awesome. All right, do we think? Do we like this? Are we okay with this being our tier list, chat? I know some people were worried about 9 being too much into the look back, but oh yeah, I mean, it did have some of that nostalgia from like going to Raccoon City, but that was like mostly in the back half, and even then it was mostly for just like the RPD section, and like the RPD section was like maybe 10 minutes, like maybe 20, 30. Like it wasn't that long. So yeah, it like 9 had enough of that, like looking back at the series to make it like kind of stick, but it still had enough new about it that it was pretty good. Anybody have any more arguments they want to make for any of these placements? I do want to play like OG 1, 2, and 3, since they got released on Steam. I do want to play those eventually. OG 4, I'll also play that eventually. To be fair, I want to play most of these. Hold on. That's It's this one, and I think Umbrella. Hold on, let me look up. Let me look up Umbrella Corps real quick. Umbrella Corps, 2016 tactical shooter developed by game received negative reviews from critics. The single player portion, the experiment, takes place 22. Multiplayer portion takes place in 2016. Okay, so there is technically a single player portion to Umbrella Corps, so it can stay in the just didn't stream it tier. I don't know if it exists anymore, but we can leave that there. All right, that's the list. If you don't understand why I put Operation Raccoon City in its own negative tier, you'll find out when I eventually play that one. Streamer, can you put the diamond in L tier? All right. Oh, save this as I'm gonna save this tier list. RE games. I'll post this in the Discord at some point. Now, we have one more tier list I want to do. Because there is another tier list I found that I would like for us to do, which is all of the characters in a tier list. So, Leon in F? No. F for fantastic. Get the pumps. All right. So let's start off. Chris Redfield. Chris Redfield's S. I mean, to be fair, like a lot of the protagonists are going to be S tier for the most part. May have to refresh my memory on some of these characters. So we got, I mean, Chris Redfield and Claire, those are pretty obvious. Ethan Winters, easily S tier as well. Jill, we'll put her in S tier. No, we're going to put Jill in A tier. She hasn't been around. S for steroids. I'm putting Jill in A tier. I like Jill, but she hasn't been around lately, you know? Like, we need her to be in more games for me to put her in anything higher than that. Recency, but I mean, yeah, I mean, even then, I mean, just all of what Chris has done is S tier. Even with, I mean, to be fair, Claire's most recent game should put her in like B, but Resident Evil 2 remake, so she's an S tier. And Ethan's also an S tier because it's Ethan Winters. We love him. Leon Kennedy goes in his own tier. Add a row above. Oh, hold on. Row. Add a row above. Make this one pink. We got Leon. And where's Ada? We got Leon and Ada Wong. There we go. Okay. Don't need to talk about those. Leon S. Kennedy. It's in his name. Exactly. But we got Leon and Ada up top. There's no arguing about these. Ethan must go on top because he is baby girl, but also mother. Any boy can be baby girl, but it takes a man to be mom. You know what? You're not wrong, Subval. Chris can punch a boulder. Ada must have her own tier above Leon. Look, putting... You know... Yeah, hold on. We'll just put peak. I'm just changing this to peak. We're gonna put it, Chris up. We're gonna Ethan up there. There we go. These are peak. These are our peak characters. Leon, Ada, and Ethan are peak. They should all get their own tiers, but I don't want this list to be too big. I'm gonna get rid of E, because we don't need an E. Alright. Wesker, he also goes in peak. There we go. These are our top four. We have top 4 characters, alright? We got Leon, Ada, Ethan, and Albert Wesker. Because let's be real, Albert Wesker is awesome. Streamer, I don't think you know how these tier lists are. No, it's fine, because we've got like S through F, and then we have the ones that ascend beyond the list, which is Leon, Ada, Ethan, and Albert. Those will be the 4. Those will stay up there. We love those guys are peak. The pillars are exactly. Barry deserves it. I'll put Barry. Where's Barry? I'll put Barry in S tier. Peak is because Barry's only really been in 2 games, so I can't give him peak, really. But granted, Ethan's only been in 2 games, but he was the main character in them. Where is Barry? Am I blind? There's Barry. He just looked different. Barry's S tier, easily. Anyway. Beneviento. I'm gonna put Donna Beneviento in, like, C tier? I feel like it's too early to talk about Donna Beneviento. Let's go through some more understandable characters. S is good for Barry. I'd settle for A, but S is good. I mean, I think... No, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to put Barry there with Jill, because we just need to see more Barry. I need more of Barry to really make a good decision on him, but I think he gets there with A. That's good. Like, he's in the high tiers, but I think I want to see more of Barry. More barreled! What else do we got? Brad Vickers is like... I'm putting him there. I'll explain. Brad Vickers is a character that, like, is in, I think, Resident Evil 3, and he's just a STARS member that gets turned into a zombie and then bites another guy, and that's kind of all he does. Like, he barely exists. Alright, what's another character that we actually know? I mean, Ashley Graham. Ashley Graham goes in, like, A or B, maybe. D is generous for him. Yeah, you're right. Well, I mean, I think Brad's kind of a nothing character, and D is for characters that I don't really have a strong opinion on. F is for characters where I have a strong opinion, and that opinion is negative. Oh, hi, Grohl. Ashley should be A. I think Ashley's pretty good. I'm going to put Ashley in A. I'm willing to have her be there. Ashley's cool. Let's go through more of the, like, actual, like, good characters, like, main characters. Carlos, I'm going to put in, like, B. Maybe even C. No, I'll leave in B. Because Carlos is kind of cool. Carlos is the guy in Resident Evil 3 who is part of, like, the Umbrella strike team that goes to Raccoon City to help clean up and also keep an eye on the Nemesis, but he doesn't really know what's going on, and then he helps Jill beat the Nemesis, and he helps them defeat Nikolai. So we'll put Carlos in B. B's all right. He's the one. Was actually the one who kept saying, I don't want to be here. Yeah. So yeah, Ashley Graham is the one that Leon rescues in Resident Evil 4. She's the president's daughter. So. Who's next? Luis! I want to put you in peak, but I'll put you in S. Like, peak is full, I think. We'll put Luis is the Spanish guy who helps Leon in Resident Evil 4. He helps them get the parasite out of their body. Luis is great. I love Luis. They made him so much cooler in Resident Evil 4 remake. He stays up there. Who's next? Hunnigan. We'll put Hunnigan in A. Hunnigan's up there. Hunnigan's pretty cool. She was in 4 and 6 as Leon's, like, handler. Hunnigan's cool. We'll put her up there. Sherry. We'll put Sherry in A. Is Sherry good enough to be in S tier, do we think? Oh, crap. So, hold on. There you go. I accidentally removed my F5 key, and so I tried to put it back on, and it got S is too hot. Yeah, I'll give you that. I mean, she's in Resident Evil 2 as a literal child. She's in Resident Evil 6 as a playable character, and she does pretty good for there. And then she's in Resident Evil Requiem as the handler. So I'll put her above Ashley and Hunnigan. You know what? I'm going to put her at the top of A. I think Sherry's the top of A. Yeah, she'll go up there. Because I think, like, she's probably the best of all these characters here. I fully forgot she was in 6. I mean, that's her Resident Evil 6 character model, so. Speaking of, Jake Mueller, a.k.a. Baby Wesker. I'm going to put him with Carlos. I'm going to put him above Carlos, actually. C, you think Jake goes in C tier? And B, okay, Everqueen, why do you think he goes in C tier? He's annoying. I mean, you're not wrong. B for bastard. Jake is kind of annoying, but like, he's the mercenary type. I guess. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. The problem is like, I don't know if I want Carlos to be above Jake. C for Twitch has removed this message. I don't know if I want, like, no, yeah. I'll put him at the bottom of B tier. I think he's a fun guy, but he's also, like, I think Carlos is better. And I think pretty much anybody else that goes in B tier will be better than Jake. What other playable? Oh, Pierce. Pierce, I'd say, Pierce is top of B. I think Pierce, as a character for RE6, I'll put... No, Ethan is a fun guy, true. He was an ass in the most realistic way for someone that was being hunted for his name. You know what? That's true. That's true. But yeah, I'd say Pierce isn't in the A rank, I would say. But he's definitely top of B. I'd give Pierce the honors of being up there. What else do we got playable? What's the rest of the RE6 characters? Let's go with that. Helen. I kind of want to put Helen in C tier. Because, like, I don't have that many opinions about Helen. You know? I forgot she existed. Exactly. I know she existed because she's, like, part of the reason Resident Evil 6 kind of happens. Because it's like, Helen is the one that... Simmons. His name is Simmons, right? Where is he? Is he not even on this list? Oh my god. Simmons isn't on this list. The main villain of Leon's arc in Resident Evil 6, he's not even here. She was the worst version of the name of my favorite OC? I see. That is a pretty big strike against her. But yeah, Simmons isn't on this list. Who's like the main villain of Resident Evil 6. And also, like, wait a minute, there's a bunch of characters from Revelations that aren't on here. We only have Parker. And Jessica. Like, what is this? Hold on, this list sucks. I'm gonna look for a different list. Give me a second. There's gotta be a more complete list than this. Oh, this one doesn't even have their names. Give me a second. Jill, Chris, Sheva, Barry, Rebecca, Wesker, Leon, Claire, Ada, that guy. Who the hell are you? Who the hell? Oh no, I know who you are. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, never mind. No, we can't use this list. We can't use this list anymore because this list includes Irving, who is the real S tier.
You suck!
Yeah, and there's... Okay, yeah, we're gonna use this list even though it's worse. This list looks worse, but... So, okay. Put Jill back in A, put Chris back in S, put Barry in A, Put Wesker. Well, we gotta add Peak again. There we go. Okay. Wesker, Leon, Ada, and where's Ethan? There's Ethan. You got booed by your own mod? I'm aware. Or booed by my own mom. I'm guessing that was for the list itself. I retract. I thought it was a spooky ghost for Boogo. Thanks, Mom. All right. Who else do we have up here? Claire. Claire's in S tier. Who else do we have? Jake. Jake was in bottom of B. God, it's really hard to tell when it's just a picture. Luis is also S tier. Hunnigan was A. Ashley was A. Sherry was A as well, I think. Yeah. You were in C. Pierce was in A. No, Pierce was top of B. Where's Carlos? I miss Carlos. There's Carlos. Carlos is in B here. All right, I think we're caught up. Get everything out of here real quick. I think we're caught up. Leon, Ada, Ethan, Wesker. S ranks up here. A's, B's. Okay, I think we're caught up. I don't pay attention for like 3 seconds. How do we... So, since we beat the Resident Evil games, I wanted to do a tier list of the games and also like the characters, just so we could, have a review and discuss and share our feelings about the different games and the characters and all that. So yeah, I'm going through the protagonists and the important characters for now, just to get everything sorted. Is there anyone we missed? I guess Sheva. I'm willing to put Sheva... Oh, wait, hold on. Is that other guy? Dude, that guy we had in D tier isn't even on this list. That's crazy. Yeah, we took the cooldown off of fishing because we still haven't found this diamond. I like the review of the game because I forget a lot of them. Yeah, that's I get that. I mean, also reviewing the characters helps us remember the games too. Okay, so Sheva, I'm gonna put in B. I'm gonna put it below Carlos, I think. Sheva's a fine character. Are we sure the diamond exists? I mean, there's a missing spot in our decks. It has to be filled by something. Sheva, I think, is a good character. Yeah, fake Ada. Well, fake Ada is one of the villains of 6, and they actually include that because Simmons is here. But yeah, I'm gonna say Sheva. I mean, do I like Sheva better than Carlos? Kinda? I kinda like Sheva better than Carlos. I'm gonna put her there. No way? Hold on. Everqueen, are you vetoing my idea? I understand wanting to be Ada. That's reasonable. True. I just don't like RE5. That's understandable, but like... I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I feel kind of even on these two, to be fair. I'll just leave them both there. Why not? Rebecca. Rebecca and Billy Cohen. Sheva. Yeah, to be fair, I want Sheva to come back. I want Sheva to be in a new game. I think that's part of it. Like, I don't really care about... I would want Sheva to be in a new game. I don't know if I care for Carlos being in a new game. I want Jake to be in a new game, but he stays at the bottom of B tier. I definitely... I think I like Jake more than I like Helena. That's definitely... That's there. So we'll keep that there. Okay, Rebecca Chambers and Billy Cohen. Rebecca, I kind of want to put Rebecca at the top, maybe either top of B or bottom of A. I don't really know where I want to put Rebecca. Anybody have opinions on Rebecca? So Rebecca Chambers is the medic in Resident Evil 1 that cures Chris of his poison if he gets poisoned by the big snake boss. And then she's also the main protagonist of Zero, which is the most forgettable one. Along with Billy Cohen, who's going straight into C tier. Maybe even D. Nah, C. Billy's fine. No, Billy's in D. I don't really care for Billy. And honestly, the only thing I strongly remember about Resident Evil 0 is the giant bat, the monkeys, and the fact that when you beat the game, you get to play as Wesker. And it's like Resident Evil 5 Wesker, and he has laser vision. That's why he's in peak. You know what? I think given that, I'll put her B. Because I think Rebecca's a fine character for like 1 and 2, for like 1 and 0. But she doesn't do much. Nah, I'll put her in top of C. I think top of C is where she goes. Yeah, do I like Rebecca? Yeah, Billy's the one that had the handcuff the whole time. Hi, Grohl. Billy's the guy who had the handcuff the whole time, and he was kind of a dick about it. But yeah, like, I don't know. Do I like Jake more than Rebecca? That's now the question I have to ask myself. I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, I mean, Billy's fine down there. Any other protagonists? Oh, Rose. Rose is easily A. I'm gonna put Rose in A, probably above, probably right here. Like, I don't think Rose is S tier, or do I? Rose is pretty cool. I don't know if she'd go in S tier. I want to see more from her. A tier is I like them and I want to see more from them. That's what A tier is. I would love to see more of Luis, but he's dead. Granted, I do want to see more. Actually, I want to see more from Claire, but she's cool enough. We'll leave her an S. Yeah, I'm willing to give Rose A, maybe above Ashley, because I want to see more from Rose. I want to see what's up with Rose. Like, Rose is cool. Yeah, Rose is cool, but I wouldn't say S tier cool. Any other protagonists? Grace. Do we put Grace in S tier? Yeah, you know what? Actually, good point. I'll leave Grace for a second. I do want to see more from Mia. Where's Mia? I want to see more from Mia. I'll put her here. I want to see Rose more than I want to see Mia, but I do want to see more of both of them. Grace is A tier for you. She's definitely high up here. Do I want to see more of Grace than Jill? Ooh, that's now the question. Like Grace is easily above Ashley, Hunnigan, Sherry. Put Sherry like here. Cowboy Goober, you better be prospecting who's looking for some diamonds. Indeed. Do I want to see Grace? I probably want to see Grace more than Mia. Do I want to see Grace more than Rose? No, I think... Yeah, so like, for A tier, like Jill and Barry, they're characters that have more of an established history. Grace above Rose? Maybe, yeah. I think Grace and Rose should have their own... I think Grace and Rose should be a part of their game. I think Rose will come back before Grace. It'd be cool if they both came back to, like Grace, FBI agent, has to go investigate some stuff, and Rose is there because it has to do with mycelium and all that. Whoop. That could be cool. Is there just... Oh, this is a save or download button. I should do that later. Instead of... I took a screenshot of the other one. I think this is good because like I want to see Jill and Barry because they're more established. I want them to have like a character arc and maybe retire because they're old. Maybe Grace will be Rose's woman in the chair. That'd be kind of cool. And then yeah, Grace and Rose, I want to see more of them. And then down here, Sherry's cool, but I think she's good for down there. Is that all the protagonists? I think that's all the protagonists. Yeah, now we just have side characters and villains. Let's do with like the positive side characters. How do we feel about the cop guy? I can't remember his name. Well, I think the other... I think this one had his name. Martin Branagh. Martin Branagh was like the cop guy that in Resident Evil 2... He's from Resident Evil 2. He either gives a pep talk to Leon or Claire about escaping from the police station. He's kind of a C-tier character. Like, he's a side NPC that you just kind of get some empathy, and like, then he dies and turns into a zombie. I mean, he's either C or like bottom of B. Like, I'd put him like here, maybe top of C. Like top of C, bottom of B. I think that's where he goes. Better than Jake? I mean, yeah, Jake's an ass. Yeah, okay, I'm willing to put it there. Carlos actually does see him because this guy gets bit by Brad Vickers. That like Brad Vickers is the guy who bit him, and then Carlos actually witnesses that happening. So yeah, so that'll be good. Side character. Steve. Steve's not in this list. Steve. I hate Steve. Wait, is this list? Oh, no, okay. No, this list doesn't have the RE4 merchant. What is wrong with you? RE4 merchant, where is he? RE4 merchant is S tier. I can't put him, he's not in this list, so I can't put him there, but RE4 merchant is S tier. Who is Steve? You're just making up names now. Steve is the guy from... I know this list is trash because it doesn't have the merchant, but it has Simmons, and it has, like, more villains. So we're using this list because it has more characters in it. But merchant's S tier, we can believe that in our hearts. Steve is the guy from Code Veronica with daddy issues. That's it. That's who he is. He's the guy that you know what? Hold on. I know how I can that tells me. Hold on. I got this. Transform. Fit the screen. There we go. All right, hold on. Give me a second. Well, I'll show you who Steve is. Yeah, you know what? Hold on. I mean, yeah, Steve's in D. Steve stays in D. Let me show you who Steve is. This is Steve. That's Steve. You completely missed the target.
Shut up! I don't want to talk about it.
That's Steve. Also, hold on.
Wait! What's going on?
Steve. Steve, she's right there. Steve, how are you missing? Is that thing even shooting bullets? Oh, finally. That's Steve. You know what? F tier. Steve's an F tier. I hate Steve. Steve sucks. Get him out of here. I remember Steve. Steve gets F. Billy's better than Steve. We're leaving Steve in F tier. We hate Steve. Okay. Any other side characters that aren't evil? Zoe Baker. Wait, this list doesn't have the hillbilly, the punching guy. You know what? Hold on. We can add images. I'm taking control. I'm changing the deal. Pray I don't change it further. God, these are gonna be WebP images, aren't they? Damn you, WebP! Ah! Just give me a JPEG. Just for the love of God, give me a JPEG. Thank God, JPEG. We found a JPEG. All right, and then we also need, what else was, Rep. Oh, chat. We got Joe made bread. Joe made focaccia. Or, I don't know what that is. Either way, it's cool. Good bread. Tasty, tasty bread. Very good. Excellent bread. All right, anyway. Back to finding an image of the merchant. That's a WebP. That's a WebP. That's a PNG. We take PNGs. Okay. Twitch images, images for stream, merchant. All right, merchant, S tier. Merchant is at merchant's peak. Merchant's S tier. Merchant's above. No, merchant's better than Chris. All right, Joe Baker, the hillbilly guy who punched his way through Resident Evil 7. Joe Baker, S tier. Joe Baker's awesome. We love that guy. Wait for the next tornado. It might get it over there. True. Anyway, Zoe. C, I guess. I am sure Merchant could punch a boulder if he wanted to. Absolutely. I mean, he has the tools to do so. Anyway, Zoe. So Zoe is the girl that helps Ethan to escape in order to, and then get the antidote in order to help like cure Mia and herself. And then because we lose one of them, we have to leave her behind, and she turns to Crystal, and then Joe Baker goes punching around punching everybody in order to save her. Zoe's okay. Zoe's better than Helena, but she's kind of mid. She's kind of C tier. She doesn't do that much, but she's relatively important to the story she's in, so we'll give her that. Alyssa Ashcroft. How do we feel about Alyssa Ashcroft? She's a character in Outbreak, and she's kind of mean when she's in Outbreak. And then she's also Grace's mom. I'm going to defer to chat on this one. I don't really know how I feel about Alyssa Ashcroft. She can be B, got recontextualized in 9. Okay, I'll give her that. I'll put her, like, at least above the cop guy, maybe below Carlos. Mom thinks C. Okay. I think I'm gonna put her there. I think like very middle of the board is the right place for her, because like she's pretty cool. She like her recontextualization in 9 is pretty cool. I mean, even in Outbreak, she's kind of a cool character. We didn't get to see her full like potential from Outbreak because because in File 2, there's actually a scenario that's all about, that like is her main scenario, and we didn't get to see that. So she has some more stuff to her. So she's kind of cool. I'm going to put her in B for now. Who else do we got? Any other side characters that aren't evil? Non-evil side characters. Emily. Wait, hold on. Duke is S tier with Merchant. Like no arguments, right? Duke's up there. Duke could be in peak, but I'll make him better than the RE4 Merchant is fun, but Duke has like actual personality to him that I think is pretty good. So we'll leave Duke in S tier. I think Duke is top S tier. How do we feel about Emily? How do we feel about the blind little girl who Grace tries to save, and then she ends up dying and turning into a big hideous monster? And then at the very end, Leon's like, hey, I didn't shoot her vitals, so she's still fine. I kind of want to put her like bottom of B, top of C. Like, she's an okay character, and we're probably going to see more of her if we see more of Grace. A for adopted. I'm gonna put her I'll put her like above Alyssa. Which is, I mean, yeah, I got a point. She doesn't really do anything. I'll put her top of C. Although I would want to see more of Rebecca, I guess. I'm gonna put Rebecca above Emily. Visiting my parents and missed end of RE9. It's pretty sick, to be fair. She knew Braille when Grace could not put 2 and 2 together about the Braille letters. Let's be fair. She's better than Grace, actually. Yeah. I don't think we're gonna see Zoe Baker ever again. Wait a minute. Brick Girl isn't in here. Neither is oh my god. This freaking list. Moira, Burton. Give me a PNG, give me a JPEG. That works. Okay, hold on. Moira, Burton. Okay. And then, oh god, what was Brick Girl's name? Hold on, is she over here? Moira's on this list, but not the other guy. Okay. Skill issue or by chance? I mean, like, the way that the endings work is, yeah, you basically make a choice, and I chose technically the wrong option. So, well, not technically, I chose the wrong option. You search up Moira and you get nothing but swear words. Oh god, who was the other character? Revelations 2 characters. God, who is the other character? I forget. Natalia. Please be a JPEG. God dang it, that's a... Why do we have a whole car but not a diamond? Please give me a JPEG. Can I have a JPEG? Can I please have a JPEG? Natalia, the little girl with the brick, yeah. Yeah, because there was dark, yeah, well, there's Dark Natalia, which is just Natalia but edgy. Please let this be a JPEG. That's a WebP. I'm gonna scream. Oh my god, there is not a single JPEG of Natalia anywhere. I found one! When you get done with stream, come down for some donor. I will. Do not save it yet. I need to upload Natalia. There we go. Okay. Now here's the other problem. The Revelations 2 characters, the Revelations 1 characters aren't here. I've also got to upload all the Revelations 1 characters. Stream doesn't end until we finish. Yeah, no, I mean, stream ends before the diamond, but... Okay. Parker, Keith, Kirk? Kirk. I don't know. I don't care. He's not important. Clive, Jack? Who the heck are you? Oh, okay. No, you can stay. Earl. Who's Earl? I have to go through this list of characters and figure out if they're relevant. And also, I'm using the fandom wiki, which means it's taking 40,000 years to load. Oh, there's got to be something better than this. Here we go. No, this is good. Okay. Okay. Hold on. Give me a second, chat. I'm struggling so hard. I wish there was a better list for these characters. Okay. So we already have Jill. We need Parker, Lou, Sinani. Give me a JPEG. Give me a PNG. Give me anything. Give me anything I can work with. Give me something. Please. Please help me out. Thank you. Parker. Okay. Okay, we're getting somewhere, chat. We're slowly closing in on a list that's actually usable. All right, we got Parker. All right, next up, what do we need? Jessica, all right? Jessica. Shurawat? That's a name. Please tell me you're a JPEG. Thank God. Jessica. There we go. Okay. Holy mackerel. Can the holy mackerel summon us a diamond, please? All right, we got Jessica. All right, who's next? Who's next on this list? I'm dying actively. Clive O'Brien. We'll get Clive. Clive's cool enough. We can have Clive on this list. Okay. Quint Ketchum. Oh, is this there's no way that's it. So we're gonna have to use this one. All right, save image as. Oh, good. That one actually has the name. I don't have to save that one over the different name. Okay. And then Keith Lumley. This is taking forever, but I believe in myself. Okay? We'll be done eventually. Just keep fishing, chat. That's all you need to do. Just keep fishing. Just keep fishing. Just keep fishing, fishing, fishing. What do we fish for? Okay. Rachel Folly? Oh, you. Yeah, we'll add you to the list. Why not? You're a character. And we'll also, you know what? Save both those. There we go. Okay. And you're a villain. We need you. Okay. I think that's all of the revelations. Oh, hold on. This might help. Jack Norman. We need Jack Norman. Who the heck is that? That's not the Jack Norman I want. All right, chat, remind me if I ever have to do any research, I need to go to Evil Resource, because Evil Resource is a good Resident Evil fandom wiki, as opposed to the fandom wiki, which sucks. Okay, I think that's everybody. I think that's everybody we need. Okay, let me just add all of these now. We added Jessica, add Clive. We add Quint. We add Keith. Add Raymond. Add Rachel. Add Rachel. Add Morgan. And Jack. Okay. Revelations is here. Now, all right, we have to work through these characters now. Anyway, Natalia's S tier. She throws bricks at people. Moira is C tier. She swears too much. But she's kind of cool, so we'll put her at the top of C. Cheesesteak meat is inspired. Cheesesteak meat is crazy. It's basically just really thin cut steak. All right. I already forgot your name. You're going in D tier. You're so forgettable. Jessica, D tier. Clive, you can get C tier. I'll put you like right here. Right there. You're D tier. I added all these characters. They all suck. They're all in D tier. Because these are all the Revelations characters. I barely remember half of them. Who is Clive? Exactly. Clive O'Brien is the director of the BSAA in Revelations 1. The guy who pretended to have a terrorist organization come back in order to have this guy fired as the head of the FBC, which was like the federal bioterrorism control thing. Anyway, this guy's also in D tier because he's just stupid. We have Rachel, the girl that shows up and dies. She's down here. And then we have Rachel when she's mutated. She's more active, so we'll put her like up here above Zoe because she's at least a threat and she keeps showing up for some reason. And then this is Jack Norman. It's the leader of the terrorist group who was living in a boat underwater for like a year somehow, and then he injected himself with a virus, and then he didn't mutate until he injected himself with a virus again when we showed up. He's also in D tier. All right. Anybody? We don't need a treasure chest. We need diamonds. I remember the boat more than the guy, honestly. Is there a diamond in the chest? Please, please let there be a diamond in the chest. I'm dying. Okay. I think these are all villains now. I think this is all villains and enemy list for the rest of the games. Is there any characters? You know what? If there's any characters not on this list, I'm not remembering them. So we don't care. Okay. Resident Evil 1. The Tyrant is in here. I don't care. Resident Evil 2. We have William Birkin. I'm going to put William Birkin in B tier as a villain. He's like... He's up here. You know what? The comic goes in S tier. I think William Birkin's a pretty solid villain. Because he just, like, keeps showing up, and that's kind of the whole point of a villain. Like, No, yeah, William Birkin's a B tier villain. He's the reason that all of like Resident Evil 4, like Resident Evil 2 happens, and then he injects himself with the G virus, and then tries to like, and then he infects Sherry, and then that's the reason why Sherry has the regenerative powers. He's not off his rocker, but he's a good threat. Yeah, I think he's a solid threat. William Birkin's wife, the person I don't even remember the name of, you're going below Rachel because I don't remember your name. And she like kind of is a threat. She like fights against Ada, but I don't care. The amount of satisfaction I get from eating a meal I spent hours making is better than any drug. Honestly, heck yeah. Mr. X, S tier. Up here with the merchants. That guy is persistent. He is a threat. I hate him. He's great. I'll put him below Luis, but yeah, no. Mr. X is a great villain. We love that guy. X gonna give it to you, exactly. Nemesis. Honestly, in the 3 remake, Nemesis isn't that bad. He's probably below Birkin. I'm gonna put him, I'll put him in top of C tier. Because I think in the OG Resident Evil 3, he's better. In the remake, he's kind of meh. However, you do obliterate him with a railgun. So actually, he's in bottom of B. Gov. All right. Yeah, I think Nemesis being bottom of B, he's better in the original, but we do obliterate him with a railgun, and that's pretty sick. After 3 is... Oh, you know what? There are more things I'm forgetting. Hold on a second. We need... Oh, no, hold on. This is a better render. This one sucks. I hate it. And it's a JPEG! Chat, we found JPEG. JPEG located. Alexia Ashford. F tier. I hate you. Who is currently the person... So, currently in F tier, we have... Hold on. Currently in F tier, we have Steve Burnside, Alexia Ashford, and also Alfred Ashford. All of them are the Resident Evil Code Verona characters. Steve is the guy who had the daddy issues and the dual guns, and we hate him. And then Alfred and Alexia are the 2 twins that are crazy and just try to kill us the whole time. Steve is a guy we didn't remember, but we hate. Yeah. Resident Evil Code Veronica, bad. We're putting it in the bottom tier. We don't like it. Their character, we hate those characters. What's next? Nikolai from Resident Evil 3. Kind of putting him... I'm going to put him in D tier. Because, like, I mean, I'll put him at the top of D tier. He's kind of a forgettable villain, but he's also, like, kind of an important one, you know? Like, he's tracking Nemesis, and he's a reason that a bunch of, like, Umbrella soldiers get killed, but he's kind of not that important in terms of the Resident Evil 3, so let's put him in D. Resident Evil 4 time. We've got... I can't remember his name, but he's, like, the village big beard guy. I'll put him in B. Down here, maybe, below Carlos. He's pretty cool. He's a pretty fun guy, but he doesn't do much. He just kind of turns into the big, like, spine enemy in the burning barn. He's fine. Salazar? Salazar would be S tier if this was original Resident Evil 4. Remake Resident Evil 4? He's C. Like, he's fun, but he's so much worse in the remake. Like all of Salazar's fun was put into like the part where you fight him. I have to mute the stream, but I'll still fish. Hey, thanks for sticking around, Everqueen. Fish all you can before we end stream. We'll be ending stream once I get through this tier list. Krauser I'll put in B. Krauser I'll put above William Birkin. Put Birkin like down here actually. But yeah, Krauser's a solid fight. Krauser's a solid character, especially in the remake. He's pretty good. Sadler, kind of an A tier villain. Even with, I mean, if this was actually no, I'll put him in B above Krauser. If this was the original Resident Evil 4, Sadler would be in like A tier. But he's kind of like, because they get rid of a lot of the banter you have with that character, I'm putting him in B tier for now. Irving from Resident Evil 5. Peak. No, I'll put Irving. I'm gonna put like down here in A tier. Like he'll be bottom of A tier. I would put him higher because I love him. He's just such a lovable bastard. But I think these characters are just better than him generally. But Irving's such a bastard. I love him. Excella, kind of a C tier villain. Like she has some monologues. And she like helps out Wesker, but then she just turns into an Ouroboros thing and dies. Wesker's already in S tier. Or in peak tier. Alright, Resident Evil 6. The Ustanak. Why is the Ustanak not in here? Give me the Ustanak. Thank you. I should make my own tier list that's better than this. Ustanak. Just a worse nemesis. I'm putting you in C tier. Fake Ada. I'm gonna put you in B tier above Sadler because you kind of go off in Resident Evil 6. J.K. Simmons. Not J.K. Simmons. Just Simmons. I can't remember. Whatever. You're an A tier villain. You're better than... You know what? I'm putting you like... I'm putting you here. Simmons is just such an idiot. Like he's just such a bad... He's just such an idiot of a character. No, you know what? He'll go in B tier below Ada. Because like Ada just absolutely one-ups Simmons. No, you know what? You go down here. Go down here. Simmons just absolutely gets rocked by fake Ada. It's kind of funny. Okay. Resident Evil 7. Jack Baker. Probably an A tier villain. Like, he's just relentless. I'll put him up here. Marguerite, I'm gonna put in like B. Probably better than Nemesis. I'll put her like here. Marguerite's pretty dangerous when you fight her. She's crazy. Lucas, F tier. I hate that guy. You're the worst. No, I mean, I hate him. So I hate him because he's a good villain. So I'm gonna put him in like. No, I'll put him up here. I'm gonna put him in B tier. He's top of B. Like, Lucas is an absolute bastard of a character, and I hate him. So I'm putting him in B tier because he's earned that right. Evelyn, to be fair, you're not as you're better than Marguerite. I'll put you like here. I'll put you there. B for bastard, exactly. Evelyn, like, she's kind of like the mastermind behind the whole thing. But like, she doesn't do, but Lucas makes you hate him. Evelyn, like, you kind of feel bad for her, but she doesn't, like, I don't know. Evelyn's fun. I mean, no, Evelyn also has that monologue in 8. I'll put her above. I'll put her right there. Okay, Resident Evil 8 villains. Dimitrescu. A tier. She's yeah, Dimitrescu I'll put in. No, Dimitrescu I'll put in B. Like below Lucas. She's a pretty cool character. She's pretty fun. Where is Moreau? Why does this list not have this list sucks? This is a bad list. Give me a new list. Moreau. You're kind of bad, but that's your whole point. I'm gonna put you above Birkin. Evelyn is just kind of a tragic villain. Yeah, she's a bioengineered weapon whose entire point is that she wants to have a family, but that's kind of because of Miranda and all that. Donna Beneviento, you and your horrifying baby. I'm giving you A tier because you terrify me. Trying to interpret what's happening when the icons are too small for me to see. Hold on. There we go. It's also impossible to tell because of the chat and the fishing, but makes it easier. Okay. The three daughters, I'm going to put them in top of, like, C. I'll put them in, like, here for C. I can't tell them apart. They're all pretty cool. But now, you know what? I'm going to put them up here with Demetresque. Well, I think Ada and Sadler and Krauser. Yeah, there we go. I'll put them up here in B with Demetresque. Because they're also very much a part of Demetresque's whole thing. And they're all individually pretty cool. I can't tell them apart, which is why they're just all clumped together, but they're cool. I enjoy them. S tier. You're going up here. Right there. We love Heisenberg. Heisenberg is great. He's insane. Never let him on 4chan. Heisenberg's great. Heisenberg's absolute A. No, I'm putting him in S. Heisenberg's a great villain. Like, Heisenberg is... I would have a whole game just fighting Heisenberg. I think. Like, Heisenberg's a great villain. He was taken too soon from us. Miranda, you're like C tier. You just kind of show up and being like, yes, I was the mastermind all along. Gideon, S tier for the motorcycle joust. Nero, C tier, because you just kind of show up and you don't really, you kind of show up and make yourself seem like a big deal, and you do some Wesker stuff, and then you cure yourself of all the Weskerness, and then you're just kind of done. Hunk, peak. All right. That's the list. I think this is the list. I think I'm satisfied with this list. No, hold on. I can't give Hunk peak. I'm going to put him in A. For the sole purpose of he doesn't do enough. Is Hunk with crit? No, I'm putting Hunk down in A now. Because, like, he was cool, but almost in a, like, he was cool because we didn't really know enough about him, and now he's dead. But, like, he's awesome. He's definitely top of A. I'm not gonna give him S. To be fair, Brick Girl being up here is a bit much. I might move her down to A as well. I'll put her, like, here. I mean, the unkillable Hunk. There you go. But yeah, I think this list makes sense. So, like, going over the list from bottom to top, we've got Resident Evil, Code Veronica villains, and him. Hate that. We hate these guys. We've got Billy Cohen, the entire cast of Resident Evil Revelations, and Nikolai, because they're all just kind of forgettable. C tier, we've got Helena, because she's kind of the worst character in 6 that you play as. Zoe, because she kind of does her thing, but she's definitely not coming back, kind of forgettable. Don't even remember her name. We've got the Rachel Ooze version, because at least she's more memorable than OG Rachel. We've got Excella from 5, because whatever. Ustanak from 6, because you're just kind of a worse nemesis. Clive O'Brien, you're kind of the most memorable character from Revelations. Miranda, you just kind of show up and don't do much. Nero, you show up, talk a big game, and then get murdered. Salazar would be S tier if this was OG, but since we only did the remake, you don't really do much. Emily, you're kind of cool, but you don't really get much time to shine. You'll probably be in another game later, hopefully. Rebecca, kind of the same. Zero was meh. Your part in 1 was pretty cool, but beyond that, I need you to do more. Moira Burton, I want you to come back. I want more out of you. Jake Mueller, same thing. Nemesis, you're a pretty cool villain. Better in the original than you were in the remake. I already forgot your name. You're all right. Marguerite, pretty cool fight. Pretty scary when you have to run away from her inside the house, but kind of not the greatest villain in 7. Alyssa Ashcroft, you're pretty smack in the middle. I think that's the best place for you. I forget your name, but you're pretty fun. Carlos, he's fine. Maybe we could see more from Carlos, but probably not. Birkin, you're a solid villain. Moreau, I think is pretty cool. Sheva, we need you in a better game. I want to see Sheva return doing better than she did. Simmons, you're an idiot. Pierce was awesome for what he did, and sacrificing himself with the cool laser arm was awesome. The 3 Demetresque daughters, they're pretty cool. I think they play their roles well. Who was the one that helped Chris when he was depressed? That was Pierce. That was this guy here. Pierce is the guy that helped Chris, and then he got infected. He infected himself in order to save Chris from the big evil monster thing. Krauser was awesome. The Krauser fight was pretty cool. Sadler was a pretty cool villain. He was definitely better in the original 4 as well. Fake Ada just absolutely bodied Simmons, and she deserves to do that. She's been through a lot. Demetresque is cool. Demetresque is big and evil and scary for that first part, and she's a fun first boss for that. Lucas is a bastard and we hate him. Irving is a bigger bastard and we hate him, but I love his voice because he just makes himself so hateable. Hunnigan's cool. She got replaced by Sherry, but so I wonder what Hunnigan's up to, but I like Hunnigan. Ashley's cool. I kind of want to know what she's up to. She might be dead, given the fact that the president was murdered pretty soon after Resident Evil 4. Sherry's cool. I'm glad you're back. I hope we get to see more of you. Jack, you're crazy. Evelyn, you're pretty sick, but kind of weak, but we'll leave you up there. Mia and Rose, I want to see more from both of you. Grace, excellent game. I love Resident Evil 9. I hope to see more of you. Barry and Jill, you guys have been missing for too long. Got to step up your game. Get back in there. I want to see more from you, especially you, Jill. You've been missing since 3 or 5, I guess. Natalia, throw bricks at God. I believe in you. Beneviento, your house was terrifying. Hunk, you were awesome. That fight in 9 is incredible. I just wish that the only other game you really appeared in wasn't Operation Raccoon City. Joe Baker could fist fight Chris Redfield, and I don't know who would win there. Mr. X, terrifying. Heisenberg, I would want a full game out of you. Gideon, the motorcycle joust was incredible. Luis, I'm sad to see you go. You were awesome. Claire, I enjoyed 2. Code Veronica is pretty bad. Revelations 2 is kind of okay. You're still awesome, though. Love you. Chris, we're going to see more from you. You just can't seem to get out of this. Merchant and Duke, I love you both. And then, of course, Peak. That sound good to everybody? I think that list, I think that's a pretty solid list. It got rid of all the things that aren't from this actual website, but yeah, I think that's a pretty solid list. I think I'm willing to say that's I'm willing to step out on that list. I think that's pretty good. Whew. All right. Well, that is the Resident Evil Marathon. Unless I go and play the other games. Yeah, I think that's a good way to wrap up the Resident Evil games. I'm it's just to like kind of go back and think about, just to remind myself of everything that was happening in them, honestly. Like, because I've also forgotten a lot about those games. But yeah, I think that was pretty good. I'll be calling it a stream there. Let me see. We can raid Kage. Kage's a member of the second circle, that streamer group I'm part of. I haven't raided him for a bit. So let's start this raid. So yeah, thank you all for stopping by. I really, really appreciate it. I will be down for that donor in a minute, Joe. Thank you all for stopping by. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you, Everqueen. Thank you, Mom. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Rachel. Thank you, Colin. Thank you, CBD. Thank you, Subval. Thank you, Jerry. Thank you, Frail Fever, for the follow. Thank you, Dreamy, for the follow. Thank you, Lucy, for the raid. Lurkers, chatters alike, every single one of you. I appreciate you all very, very much for stopping by. Thank you for being here at the very end of the Resident Evil Marathon. I will see you all on Monday, probably for Silksong. I think we'll try to get Silksong finished up before we begin the Whimsy arc. I'm utterly shocked we haven't found that diamond yet. It's crazy. But until then, have a good day, have a good night. Hope you're doing well. If not, hope to get better for you soon. And I will see you all later.
It has a different name?